Jerk alert!
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
Tractor beam sucked me right in.
He slimed me.
It's not a tumor.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, Jesus.
Welcome to the Movie Roulette Podcast. I am Shroud.
I'm Jason.
I'm Andy.
And, dude,
Whoa.
Yeah.
Awesome.
dude, we've got a movie to talk about today, boys.
If we were three little dudes talking about a movie, what movie would it be?
It would be Three Ninjas.
Sick! Oh my God. This fucking movie.
Yeah. Welcome to the podcast, as we said. How's everybody doing?
It's been good.
Hope you've had a last couple weeks that went smoothly for you.
Yeah, not too bad, you know. Same shit.
Springtime.
Spring has
Springtime.
sprung.
Yeah, that is dope.
Officially even.
Yes.
And so in the nature of springtime, we're gonna fucking have ourselves a shot.
Hey, did you bring our podcast flowers since you're gonna date it?
Oh my God. All right, here we go. Let's do a shot.
All right, what's everybody shooting?
I don't fucking know. What was it?
No, you. I'll tell you what you're shooting.
Okay.
I peed in a fucking bottle of like watered down cola.
Your piss smells so much like
No, Jason
honey
and I
whiskey.
we've got Evan Williams honey, and Andy's doing Larceny.
Larceny, the one that, like, on the last video, you saw Jason's little video. Too.
Ew.
All right, here we go.
Hey, to Xenu.
Zeno.
Hail, Xenu.
Cheers to y'all.
Cheers.
And
Careful with the fucking
There you
shot. Over
Yeah,
my
don't
fucking
spill.
Computer again.
Holy crap, that was candy. What is that? Evan Williams.
Hermits.
Have you had that?
No, I haven't. I'll do another one here in a bit.
32.5%
Candy.
ABV or whatever they call it. So, yeah, Three Ninjas.
That's a lot of ninjas.
Yeah.
There's way too many ninjas.
There are actually, spoiler alert, there are more than three ninjas in the movie.
There are.
Oh, yes. Some, let's just say not all their outfits were created equally. I mean,
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Yes, we will.
Save your funny points for later.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Andy, you want to tell us about this motherfucker?
Yeah, so Three Ninjas from 1992. Man, so long ago.
Yeah.
Was written by Kenny Kim, Edward Emmanuel. Seriously, like that's
made up.
I double checked. There's like actual other credits
wait
behind
till we
those.
get to who directed it.
Yeah, then we got John Turtle Lob.
No.
Turtle
that's
Tab.
Turtle Tob.
Turtle. I can't.
Turtle
Can you
Tab.
I don't
read?
have my
Can
glasses
you
on.
read?
I don't have my glasses
Kid
on.
can't even fucking read.
Can't see without his glasses.
It's Turteltaub. Turtle Top.
That's fucking horrible.
That's
but-
made up too.
Yeah, so we are starring Victor Wong, Michael Traynor, Max Elliott Slade, great fucking name, Chad Power, even better name, Rand Kingsley,
Ooh, this one.
Patrick Laberto, and Professor Toru Tanaka.
Toru.
R.I.P.
Yeah, he died. Fun fact. Do you know when he died?
2010.
I believe it was September 11th of 2001. Or no, September 12th of 2001.
You're talking about Victor Wong.
That's who I'm talking about.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, Toro. Sorry, Victor Wong
It's
was
actually-
the one.
it's
Isn't that crazy, though?
It's Toru. It's not Toro. It's Toru.
No, it's
Fellas.
Toro. It's old numbnuts Tanaka.
Yeah,
That's what we
and we
always
recognize
call
him from something.
He was Sub-Zero in The Running Man. He was my favorite one.
Yeah, so he was the henchman in this one.
Yes.
So,
All right, so if you guys have not seen this amazing movie, so there are these three kids, right? And they're ninjas because it's the 1990s, and that's the type of thing that happened back then, apparently.
Dude.
Wow. A guy is trying to buy or sell some illegal shit, and guess what? The ninja's dad is the FBI agent working the case. Fucking crazy, bro.
That's convenient, bro.
bummer, man.
This movie has lots of ninjutsu fighting, kid acting, and bad stunt doubles, bro. Grab yourself a grape or orange crush and listen along with us to Three Ninjas.
Excellent. Slurpee?
Ah, Slurpee.
Dude,
Slurpee?
Slurpee.
radical.
Rad.
Slurpees. Dude.
Nice.
Do you guys actually remember when you would have saw this the first time? Were you like a theater? Because we would have been. We're just going to go ahead and 10 to 12.
Yes.
In that range.
Yeah.
I would have been about 10. I do not remember when I saw it. But I don't remember a time before it, if I could say that. Like, I do remember. Like, I don't remember the first time. I've seen this movie a fucking shitload of times over the years, starting when I was young. But I had not watched this shit in a really long time. And there was all kinds of stuff I forgot about. And, we'll get into how it holds up.
Oh, yeah. We'll see if it does hold up.
This is another one that I've seen 1,000 times and I don't recall the first time.
Yeah, same.
I'm pretty sure I saw it when it came out in videos, in video stores. My sister at the time, 1992, I think she was still working at Blockbuster.
Okay.
Fuck,
So
that's sick.
I think we ended up with a VHS copy, she gifted it to us for fucking Christmas or something. I don't
Makes sense.
but we had it on VHS and watched the fuck out of it. So
Sweet.
I'm no stranger to this. I could have probably recited the whole thing with Foley and all that.
There was so much that was familiar, but then there was little, I guess maybe now that I'm older, maybe some of the nuances, because I have not watched this since probably I was a kid. I might have watched it once or twice, like in those teen years, but a lot of new stuff came out with it for sure. And I don't think it was in theaters though the first time I would have seen it.
I think I was in theaters for me because I was it was right around my birthday that it came out. So it was August 7th. So and I was September 3rd. So I probably would have done something like that. It was summertime or whatever. So I do remember watching it in the theater, or it could have been one of those things where the local movie theater did something during the summer. I can't remember, where they just show some shitty movies or whatever for kids during the summer. I think that was it. I don't know. I remember that, but I do have the pleasure and amazingness of sharing the time that I watched it for the first time with my kid. He watched it and he loves this movie.
Okay.
It was 2 years ago. It was the very first time we watched it, and he watched it nonstop.
So you watched this recently?
Yes.
Okay.
So, but funny thing is, we never made it to the end. I never made it to the end with him because we'd always end up having to go to bed or do something else like that.
Yeah.
So I completely forgot what the end was like.
Okay. That's actually a funny discussion. We'll have to get into that when we can come to it. Shot, we'll cover that more in detail, I'm sure.
So,
You guys want to get into this scene
let's get into scene by scene shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Scene by scene.
Okay, scene 1. Three Ninjas opens in the summertime where the Douglas brothers, 12-year-old Samuel, 11-year-old Jeffrey, and 6-year-old Michael visit their grandfather, Mori Tanaka, at his cabin like they do every summer. Mori trains his grandsons in the art of ninjutsu all summer. As the summer comes to an end, Mori gives each of them a new ninja name based on their personalities: Rocky, Colt, and Tum Tum. Meanwhile, the boys' father, Sam Douglas, is an FBI agent who stages a sting operation to entrap a master criminal named Hugo Snyder in the sale of warheads. Snyder flees the trap with the use of his ninja henchmen and then visits Mori, who is not only the three boys' grandfather, he was also Snyder's former business partner. Mori is tested by Snyder's henchmen and defeats them with his grandson's help. After Mori turns down Snyder's offer to train his ninjas, Snyder threatens Mori's family if he does not tell Sam, his son-in-law, to cease pursuing him. Mori knows that his family is in danger, so he gives the boys one more ninja lesson using a nicely engineered training dummy before taking the boys back home before their school year starts. Okay, so Grandpa Mori's cabin is pretty cool.
Yeah, I forgot it started out that way.
It kind of reminds me of Mr. Miyagi's house, like
Totally.
the siding and everything on it.
Yeah, I felt like they did that on
if that's
purpose.
a coincidence or if that's like a little nod or
I feel
maybe
like
a ripoff.
Well, yeah, because Hollywood will kind of play on some of those things that were successful in the past, and I don't know, it was that familiar thing where you have the older, wise, guy training the young guys. I mean, it's just fucking parallel.
We've never seen that shit.
Well, yeah, it's been done a ton of times in these style of movies. They just made it 3 kids instead of one or whatever.
The brothers and stuff like that. I mean, I did not like the opening when he's the 3 boys are sitting there talking back and forth and stuff like that. He's like,
my brothers and I.
Yeah, my brothers, and it's just but it was a little draining on that, but then it also felt kind of like it was a bad 5th grade this is what I did last summer report type of thing like that. I did not like this opening. I never actually paid attention when I was watching it with Gavin, but I was just
their narration.
Yeah, I didn't like it because it didn't finish all the way through, and it made it it was just that.
Well, that's probably a way that they cut the beginning or you cut it down. So they probably added all that voiceover in post to like, we just got to move the story along and get to it.
Yeah, and it explains why they're with their grandpa and not their parents.
Yeah, maybe in the original story there was like more like development, but they're like, yo, these kids don't give a fuck. They want to get to these kids being ninjas.
Yeah, I don't know. But real quick, did you know? So do you know how many 3 ninja movies there are?
I think there's 3 for sure. I feel like maybe there's a 4th.
There's 4.
Okay,
these two, the Rocky and Colt, like played.
There's this one, Kick Back, Knuckle Up, and then
the 4th one.
High Noon, something Mountain or something like that.
So Colt and Rocky on this one played it in the 3rd, which was Knuckle Up, I believe, and then the 2nd one was just some random people, and then but Tum Tum I think was the different one every single time.
I think it's actually it's Rocky that's different.
I think they're both. Anyways.
And the reason they did that is because they actually filmed.
Colt's the only one who did like the first 3 or all
They did
of them
the first one and the 3rd one. They filmed like at the same time, or like actually not at the same time, but they filmed 1 and then 3,
Mm-hmm.
and then 2. But they came out with the second. Like 2 actually was filmed later, but it came out second,
first. Okay,
and then the 3rd one came out. So
all right,
yeah, kind of weird, but yeah. So there's kind of a montage of them like doing their ninja stuff.
Yeah, he's like training them. And
Now those 3 kids do a lot of their own karate stunts in this, and actually the kid that played Rocky was actually a professional martial arts kid.
Yeah, like they pulled him out of
not a
tournaments
professional
and shit.
actor.
But yeah, he wasn't an actor at all.
They did that a lot with like the extras in Karate Kid, and they pull like kids from the tournaments and shit, like locally actual karate, like kids in karate classes and shit.
But the 3 kids are doing a lot of their own stunts and or at least their own karate scenes. And truthfully, Rocky and Colt, who we haven't been introduced by their ninja names yet. So Michael and I'm sorry,
Jeffrey is Colt.
Jeffrey is Colt, and then what's Rocky's real name?
Patrick.
You're guessing. I knew it.
It's not Michael because the little one's Michael.
But they're just listed as Colt and everything like that in here, unfortunately.
Samuel. So
Samuel.
what I was saying, sorry, I get sidetracked there, is there's some scenes where Sam and Jeffrey are doing some stuff that kind of looks like there's that scene where Jeffrey is like ninja kicking the hanging pottery.
Yeah.
And it looks legit as fuck. Like he's crushing, he's like spin kicking these things.
I noticed
it was sick.
The 2 older kids do have like decent form that you can tell they
And the
took
little one's
karate
form
classes
is
and shit.
horrible.
Yes. That's why I singled them out specifically.
He has to like, he almost always like has to like, he like physically like prepares himself before he does a move. And it's like 3 seconds.
And the
of,
bad
like,
guy has to just sit there and pretend like he's waiting to take a hit.
Yeah, like the wind up later.
There's a wind up.
Oh my God. There's so many moments where I'm like, I would fuck these kids up, and I am not a fighter.
All right.
Well, just like the shit that like wouldn't work.
Colt would whoop your ass.
Yeah, I think Colt would take you.
Not back then.
He has an
You're out of your
attitude.
fucking mind.
Back
then, no.
No, back then and now, especially back then.
Well, now they're adult men, and they can probably kick my ass. I don't train. But me right now versus those back then kids, sure, you might kick me in the arm once or twice, but none of that shit is flying.
I don't know. They beat fucking what's his name?
They beat Snyder.
We have
Sorry, spoiler alert.
I guess you're right. Fucking, you guys are out of your minds.
So we have so many ayahs already.
Yes, we do.
Oh my God.
I mean, I'm not even gonna try and count them.
Yeah, I'm sure there's actually, and I did not do this research of how many there are in this movie. But do you remember the Guess the Jelly Beans games?
Yeah.
When you were, when we were little kids?
You pay $5.
You like
Whoever
win the
was
entire
closest
jar.
won,
Yeah, I won the candy hearts one time. I thought it fucking felt good, but those things suck, so I never ate them.
But those things are good, man.
The yellow ones,
Conversation
the banana
hearts or
ones are
whatever?
good. Yeah, the banana ones
Oh
are
man,
great.
we're talking elementary school. They sucked.
You
But
sucked.
Either way, if you could like guess how many ayahs, maybe we'll look it up at the end.
Well, I can
that's
tell.
something. Yeah,
Closest one
can
wins.
tell
There you
you-
go, listener.
I can tell you that I didn't look up how many, but there are video compilations on YouTube of all of the like titled every ayah in the Three Ninjas,
I'm gonna guess,
and it's like a minute of them just like ayah.
I'm gonna guess 130,
103. Jason says 130.
and the whole movie. I feel like that could be a low
And
ball.
this is the closest without going over.
We'll just go closest.
131.
No,
I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go.
I mean that technically, yeah. I mean,
I'm going 146.
146. I am gonna go 250.
it's ambitious. Okay,
Yeah, I'm taking the high
everyone,
road.
no one's
The high
looked
road.
this information up, right?
No,
I have not.
Okay.
No,
I
I didn't even
literally
think
have
about
not.
this. So, listener, You guys send in your guesses as well on the Instagrams, Facebooks, or whatever.
And we'll pull this up on the air.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the episode, we'll try and look it up on.
Yeah,
Google
we'll try and find it.
See if there's an answer. Yeah. And then they get into. I don't know if you guys have anything else, but they're basically now they're kind of battling Grandpa. They're sparring with Grandpa. And
because they're trying to show his training, and obviously that it's like an unspoken thing, but it's part of it where if they can attack Grandpa and like beat him, then they've clearly won.
Yeah.
If they can beat their master.
And he fucking Tum Tum drops out of the tree in front of Grandpa.
Dude, that looks so
in front of the car.
That looks so dumb.
And he seems to float the last few feet. Then that's the one when he goes,
yeah.
Yeah. And he just like stands there. Oh man.
Isn't that where he like throws the smoke bomb and disappears?
Yeah.
It's at the end of that whole battle because they throw ninja stars at him too.
Dude.
Like I'm like, that would fuck him up. Like, why are you throwing ninja
kill
stars
your
at him?
grandfather?
Yeah, you just killed your grandpa.
Why didn't I think of that when I was watching that?
But
they threw ninja stars at their grandpa. What the fuck? They're trying to win.
So yeah, and so then there's
Whoa, like have you guys noticed they like could have gotten the drop on him had they not yelled
before
from the fucking tree.
God.
They do it all through this movie and it's so annoying. I'm like, just shut the fuck up. Aren't ninjas supposed to be silent?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's the best part about Tum Tum is like he's yelling
Yeah.
He's yelling as he's falling to the ground. And I swear to God, the last like 3 or 4 feet, it looks like he slows down.
Yes.
Oh, it's so well clearly because he's on whatever those stupid
like
fucking strings or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my
but
God!
But then he goes there. So they finish. Yeah, he does the smoke bomb and then he disappears up into the tree.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's right before that. But there's like an interaction where he's like, "We almost had you. Yeah, we almost had you." And Grandpa goes, "Michael, if I hadn't stopped the car, you would have been called Pancake by now."
Yeah.
And then Tum Tum laughs and he goes, "You would have stopped." And he's like laughing when he says it.
Uh-huh.
I always liked how genuine that line was because he's laughing and he's like, "You would have stopped."
Right.
It's a really good line and it's like delivered really well for the quality of this movie.
Right.
Oh, that's good. I did have trouble pulling out any quotes I gave a shit about
I have a few
outside
of
of Fester and his friends.
Yeah.
They're like the only ones that really grab me as
I've
quotes.
got a bunch of quotes from them and I've got quotes
Sure.
from the kids and stuff.
Yeah.
I imagine we have all the same quotes.
I've got some
from
good Snyder
Fester.
quotes.
I
Okay.
didn't get any Snyder. I have some kids. But
Well, yeah, because I have towards the end of this scene where they attack him, he's thrown the smoke bomb. Now he's up
Right.
in the tree. And lesson number 1: never attack unless you're going to win.
Right.
Okay, that's like. And lesson number 2: don't climb a tree
With thorns.
that's full of thorns.
Yeah.
Oh. And then all the kids start laughing, and it fades out like it's going to commercial.
yes.
I was like, what the fuck? Like the line at the end was so cheesy, like it was a
Right.
bad sitcom.
And they're
then the
bad
fade
laughing.
out to
And their
commercial.
laughing was so bad too.
So I was like, what the why don't I didn't remember like that off-putting amount of cheese.
Yeah.
I didn't ever really notice or it never stuck out, but I didn't remember it. And then it was jarring when I saw it, and then it came back up to them getting their ninja names.
yeah.
Like that was that
Yeah,
next
and
scene.
I've got some quotes from that.
Okay. Shut up, Spaz.
He goes, Tum Tum goes,
Grandpa, where'd you get that ugly mask?
This mask my father gave to me on my day of names, and I will continue this tradition with you.
The day of names. We've already got names, Grandpa.
Ah, you may have family names, but not ninja names. All right, Samuel,
Sir.
from this day forward until forever, you shall be known as Rocky, because you are strong, solid, and cool as granite rock.
Awesome.
Jeffrey, you are fast and free, spirit of the young wild horse. You shall be known as Colt.
Colt? That's cool. What about me? Can I be Monster Destroyer? How about Super Killer? How about Super Dork? Shut, Spaz.
A little one. Since your energy begins and ends with your tummy, you shall be known as Tum Tum.
Toad.
it like starts cracking up.
Yeah.
And then Grandpa belly laughs. He's like, yeah.
It is almost kind of cute the way
It's
Tum
like a
Tum
good
laughs like that.
interaction between them all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the only thing that fucking Tum Tum brought to this movie was like his little cuteness, like the little cute 10-year-old kid type of thing. That was it. Not a good fighter. Not a good actor.
Yeah.
Not a good actor.
Not a good actor, but he delivers some of the most genuine like interactions.
Because I think that they're just
did
like,
a
hey,
serviceable job. He didn't get
like,
fired.
I think that was I think that was director on that one.
But then then at the end of the scene, at the very end, they're just like, they kind of set up that they're going home. This is the end of their summer with Grandpa.
Yeah.
But this is what they do every summer. They come out and learn how to be ninjas. And what he was like, Grandpa, will our dad be home when we, tomorrow when we get back? And then he's a busy man. And it cuts to him in a limo. And you're like, oh, what does their dad do? Because you don't know at first. And that's how they kind of reveal in this scene.
There.
In the warehouse scene, Douglas, Sam, is it Sam?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Isn't it
Samuel is
Sam
Sam Jr. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in the warehouse scene, Sam Douglas gets out of the car, and Snyder looks right at him.
Yes.
Right? Snyder later reveals several personal details about about Sam Douglas, indicating that he knows him well, i.e., he knows Douglas works for the FBI and hates martial arts. It's clear that Snyder and Douglas have history, yet somehow Snyder doesn't know Douglas at the beginning of the movie.
He even takes his fucking glasses off.
I missed it.
Plain as day.
I missed it. Why did I,
Like, how come he doesn't fucking pick up on that?
I don't know why I missed it.
I know you.
Right.
You're my ex business partner's son-in-law.
And while we're on the subject, is Snyder some like shitty bootleg crime boss version of Terry Silver from Karate Kid 3?
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
man.
what I think he was supposed to be.
I really think they took pieces of like successful shit
yeah,
and just tried to print money on a low budget.
and so we have this whole interaction of they're basically trying to be they're trying to capture Snyder, right?
Right.
And there's like kind of a warehouse bat. The guy's like the guy gets out of the car and he's like wearing like a hat, like he's supposed to be like Middle Eastern or something.
Yeah.
And he has this
Such a
shitty
full fucking
shitty fake accent, and then he's like,
it's a fake mustache.
FBI or whatever. And then
Well,
Snyder's
before he
not
does
so-
that, the fucking one of the bad guy ninjas elbows a crate.
No, that
To
was
break it
Snyder.
open.
Snyder. Snyder
Oh
did
yeah,
that.
yeah. But he elbows the crate and to reveal the RPG rounds or whatever the hell, like fucking
it's a missile.
yeah. That's kind of what. Yeah.
And then there's I don't know if you guys have anything about the warehouse fighting scene because there's nothing interesting really, but Snyder eventually like jumps from the fucking building and he like like those soft ladders that come out of helicopters.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask how many were the rungs spaced properly on that ladder?
They were a proper 16 inches apart.
Okay.
So like
good.
So but
And we do have a sweet introduction of a character here, an actor. Clifton Powell playing Jerry Curl. They named him Jerry Curl, by the way.
That's
which
very
is fucked
interesting.
up.
I still don't know who this is.
He
The
was
black guy.
He was Pinky in the Friday movies.
yeah.
oh, Pink.
And he's in like what's the
Hold on. So what was he
Menace
in
to
this?
Society? I think he's in.
Yeah.
What was he in this?
he was
the other agent.
He was Sam Douglas's partner.
This guy.
Yeah, the other
Jerry,
agent.
his name's Jerry Curl. I don't know why
Jerry
they named him
Curl.
Jerry Curl. Then we're back to Grandpa's house, and they're all making dinner.
Right.
And Colt has a fucking photo of Grandpa and
His mom.
Grandma,
Yeah.
and he's asking, "Whose hand is that?" He's like, "That's your grandma." In the photo of Grandma and Grandpa, Grandma is revealed to be a bodacious blonde that is much taller than Grandpa.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell? And they never even
pull
said
some
what
shit.
happened to her, right?
Dude,
They don't say that actually.
They don't say anything about that.
Yeah.
I do have a question. Going back to the warehouse scene real quick. Did you notice how all of their fucking ninjas had safety goggles on?
Yeah, like bug eye things. They look so stupid.
And they gotta
Okay.
protect their eyes, man, from like
Sure.
size and
But you see it
Sure,
several
but this
several
is a
shots.
kids ninja movie. Make the ninjas cool.
Yeah, several
They
shots.
failed
You
to
see
do
it.
that in every scenario.
They're like they're starting to
No
fog
cool
up.
ninjas.
Like they're fogged up. They look so dumb. Anyways, I'm sorry.
very, very strange choice.
It
for
was,
sure.
yes.
Though there is kind of this weird thing that the moment you see them, you're like, oh, those are like the NPC kind of like,
Yeah.
just the expendable bad guys, like meant to beat up 20 at a time. They're
Yeah.
just like the bad guys.
They're like the shitty bootleg Foot Clan.
Totally.
They're the Foot Clan.
But the Foot Clan look
B team.
badass.
Yeah,
but
they're the Foot Clan.
But the
B
Foot
team.
Clan was never gonna just take out a turtle.
So this fucking car pulls up and all these ninjas pop out everywhere.
Yep.
And so they've got a battle. And Grandpa's like, doesn't want them to get involved.
Yeah.
But clearly
Like a grandpa.
Grandpa's handling them fine, but the boys decide to take it upon themselves to join in and start kicking some ass.
Kicking some butt.
And there's one point, I'm not going to go through all of the fucking different battles between each guy and the bootleg ninjas, but Tum Tum badly
Totally.
in bad form kicks the shit out of one of the ninjas, and then he like gets down on top of him.
Yeah,
and starts
Tum Tum started
tapping
that.
him on his goggles with the food tongs.
Yeah.
Which I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
he's still holding the food tongs.
Of course, yeah, that's a funny. Actually, it's just more. This fight scene was just it's like Tum Tum was so cheesed.
He is, dude.
And like I had wrote about like the choreographed fight and like how kind of pro wrestling it was, and like you would hit them, and the ninjas would sit there and act like kind of zoned out, so they had time to do a follow up. It was just so bad, in the funniest of ways.
Yeah, but like I do want to point out that they're attacking children with katana blade swords.
Yeah.
Like they are trying to kill children.
Those children tried to kill their own grandfather, so all bets are off.
Fully prepared to kill children.
They're full. Yes, like that is something that they're ready to do. Like I just
a good point too, though, because the boys were fully prepared to kill Grandpa. Because at one point there was 2 fucking ninja stars that got hooked at him at the same time and went into the fucking wood or whatever.
Yeah.
So, excuse me, side by side. That's 2.
Why
That
not cut to
wasn't
the
just one,
chase?
it was 2.
If we're doing this, what those kids should have done, and this movie would have been over real quick, by the way, get a ghillie suit and a sniper rifle and wait on the side of that road and fucking JFK kick you as he's driving down. Fucking, and it's just like, we win, Grandpa. And all of a sudden it's like, yeah, he yells hi-ya right before he fucking shoots him. And then it's, credits roll and we're like, all right, that was like fucking 10 minutes.
this must have been
In and out,
That was
guys.
the Russian version.
New title: 3 ninjas. ... with guns.
With guns. I do have a different ending that I want to
Don't
bring
tell
up.
the 3 ninjas his moms that Grandpa is dead.
Okay, so but ultimately this battle ends in Snyder coming out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he like
walks-
shows up in his limo.
He walks up to the fucking the slow clap. He walks up to Maury, and there's a little bit of dialogue, and then Maury takes a swipe at Snyder.
Yeah.
Okay, and Snyder just like catches his hand.
Totally.
And then we have an excellent quote from Snyder. We are introduced to how great his dialogue and his voice is.
You are getting slow. Old man, take the money. Talk to Sam Douglas. Get him out of my life. Or I will rip out your heart.
So you deliver it like a children's
great
movie
delivery. I
bad
think that was
guy.
the best delivery.
And then he whistles, and it shows him from the side, but his fingers are nowhere near his mouth. So he goes, and then you hear the fucking whistle. And I'm like,
wait, do that
what?
again. Do that again.
Exactly.
God. Actually, he took it easy on us. He's actually done something before where he gets like at a noise so fucking loud that it hurts and like you can't open your eyes all the way. It's fucking insane.
I've heard it. Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's all I have for, that's a great, get him out of
My evil life.
And he rolls his head around like when he says that. It's so good. That's all I got for scene 1.
He didn't look very friendly to me. Fucking Tum Tum. Like when they're talking about like
Yeah,
I think they're
the scene ends actually with the light up dummy.
Yeah.
Right. I just don't have anything else about that.
Yeah.
Well, my only thing about that is he just like hit him here and then it lights up, hit him here, and it just looks like it's the same spot, but it's not, and he doesn't like. I was just like the sophisticated engineering that went into this shitty little dummy.
His grandpa.
It just seemed like he just whipped it up
because he's ninja.
Yeah, but that dummy and the eyes lighting up when you hit it was like the very obvious foreshadowing.
Oh yeah.
Scene 2.
Scene 2. When the boys return home, they find their father unenthusiastic to see what they had learned during their visit with Maury, and more annoyed at their new names. Emily, a friend of Rocky's, compliments his new name and agrees to ride with him to school the next day. Snyder develops a plan to kidnap the brothers to use them as leverage against Sam. Snyder's right-hand man, Nigel Brown, contacts his irresponsible nephew, Fester, a petty criminal surf punk, as well as his buddies Hammer and Marcus, to kidnap the brothers. But their plans are put on hold due to FBI presence.
They got guns, dude.
Meanwhile, Maury is back at his cabin, training alone in an oversized ninja costume. The next day, Fester and his 2 boneheaded friends follow the brothers and Emily to school, but are sidetracked by a fender bender with a police car. Emily becomes separated from the brothers and encounters a group of bullies who steal her bike. At recess, the brothers challenge the bullies to a pussy-ass 2-on-2 basketball game that they typically play in the suburbs, spotting the bullies 9 points.
No, it's not like horse.
Despite the bullies' dirty tactics, the brothers score 9 consecutive points, including an actual dunk performed by a child.
Yeah.
What?
But ultimately lose the game after Colt is tripped, allowing the bullies to win the game and their bikes. Meanwhile, Maury has been doing his own research on Snyder.
Always do your own research.
That's true. He follows Snyder's limo to a large ship in the harbor, where he witnesses Snyder's henchmen loading some heavy weaponry onto the ship. It's all heavily guarded by a bunch of grown dorks and bad ninja guys.
God damn it, those fucking...
Okay, so we established what happens in the international version of the movie. In the USA version of the movie, the boys actually win the basketball game.
That sounds more familiar.
I don't
That's not
remember.
what I
I've
saw
never
this
seen
time.
And the winning point is actually the dunk. So
Oh,
what
sick.
they also did was the order of the points scored is different between the two versions of the movie.
Okay.
So they actually get Emily's bike at that moment.
Why do they do that? Why do they have 2 versions? That sucks.
It
But
was because
that
I
totally
think-
makes sense.
I
So
think
they
it's-
basically won the game and got her bike back. So she, he
I
was
think
the
it-
hero
Well,
and
it
she wasn't
basically
mad.
resolves that thing right there.
Yeah,
it's-
and that which explains why she's not mad, and she can be available later on. Like,
yeah, it does. Yeah, she's not pissed off because
it just makes more sense.
like I have something at the end about all this, but it's like sort of like The Descent. I don't know if you guys ever seen that movie. It's fucking awesome. But in the U.S., the last girl makes it out. Spoiler alert. And the international version, she doesn't. She
That's
dies.
Weird.
Yeah, because I think it's because we're a bunch of snowflakes here in America, so we gotta have nice
Never
things.
seen it. So
Nope.
the boys are riding back in the car
Yep. Singing.
on top
Of
of old
those
Smokies,
Smokies,
all covered with blood.
I shot my 4 teacher with a 44
slug.
Actually,
I
they said
right here.
stud.
Yeah, with a 44 stud. I actually wrote here that I really love the school shooting joke right here. I
Yeah.
thought that was super great and funny about shooting a teacher. I thought that was hilarious. Best joke of the movie. And then I also like how they start bullying Rocky about Emily also in this scene.
Dude.
Those are my 2 notes that I thought.
Uncool.
Uncool.
What?
Bro,
I just thought it was extremely
school
appropriate.
shootings.
We used to sing.
I thought it was something that the comedy aged really well. I thought it was funny.
Stop it.
I can't help it. It made me laugh.
we used to sing variations of that song.
Yes, we
when
did.
were kids.
I said that.
I actually think I sang that version of that
I
song.
think I'd sang that one, but I said it with the 44 slug, which
That's
is
what
what
I
it's
said, yeah.
actually. No, that's what you said, but they said stud in the movie.
Yeah, but when we were singing it, I said slug because that's what I know.
I know.
Yeah.
I
I've
know.
never heard of stud in that.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the fucking
Get
guys.
that, you fucking jackass.
Fucking Rocky.
Yeah, guys.
God.
There is a now wait. I've got here that they're explaining to, I think it's to their dad, what the names are.
Yep, it is because
Yeah.
that's
And
where he's
and-
in the driveway.
and Colt goes,
Yeah.
and he's Tum Tum because he'll eat anything. And Tum Tum goes, I won't
Won't
eat
eat
dog
dog
poop.
I love it.
And then Emily walks up, and there's an awkward conversation with Rocky, right? And Tum
Yeah,
Tum is
totally.
like sitting in the back of the car,
I love that.
and he's observing the whole time and just like rolling his eyes and shit. Rocky goes, I gotta go. Emily goes, yeah, me too. And Tum Tum goes, yeah, me too. And then he looks at Emily and he goes, bye. And then he runs off.
Yes, but how awkward was that silence of them just standing there? She's like, I like your new
yeah.
name, and they just stood there.
That
Neither-
is
wouldn't
actually
talk at
how
all.
kids interact these days.
Totally.
Gavin
It actually
will
was pretty
call-
accurate.
Gavin will call his friends. They'll be like, hey, what's going on? Or they'll call him and they're like, hey, what's going on? Nothing. And then just silence for
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 minutes. I'm like, hang up the phone or just walk across the street and talk to your friend. Like,
It's
don't
weird.
just sit there and listen. Like, anyways. But there is one thing I did want to bring up here. This is a little ladder rungs thing. So the dad is sitting there talking to Jerry Curl in the car and like talking to him like this. I'm gonna need you to do this. I need you to do this and stuff like that. And then he interacts with the kids. And then Jerry Curl yells back at him like, hey, come on, man, we gotta go. Why were you standing outside of the car having this conversation with him if you were getting into the car?
Totally.
Like, I don't it's the blocking shit like that makes no sense. That just like,
Because if you were in the car already, then there would be no reason they would be sitting in the driveway.
yes.
So they had to just make him like almost to the car when the kids pulled up, I guess.
Yeah, no, but he's like sitting in there, like talking to him, like, okay, I'm done. I'm gonna go home. Still need you to do this and da da da
Yeah,
da.
he did. It is almost like implied. Maybe they get a break in the Snyder case where it's like, hey, this didn't he get a call and he's like, hey, we got to go.
No,
So it's
you know-
unexpected.
Nope. No.
No, maybe
Just-
He
not.
does yell at him, we got to go, but it's
Yeah.
not because of any.
Yeah.
There's no phones, so there's no phone call.
Yeah.
I
But
thought it was over the radio or something.
nope.
So yeah, and there's a little bit, and it's kind of a mixed, that scene, like, it's like, why is Tum Tum back in the car? Well, because he's getting his stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of a mess of a scene as far
It
as
is an
organization.
absolute mess.
And then we are introduced, you brought this up earlier, we're introduced to Jessica Douglas, which is the kid's mom. And she's supposed to be half Asian. And they got a fucking pale Italian woman to play the part.
They did.
I don't even remember what this bitch looks like. So.
She's a very attractive woman.
Yes. She's like
But she's clearly Italian and like a pale Italian.
Yes.
Not
like,
half Asian at all.
Nope, not at all. Like
Not even a quarter Asian.
They didn't even like try and like tape her eyes back as slightly like they would have probably done in the 90s.
I just got offended.
Should we leave that in? I don't think so.
Sure. Yes. Leave it in. The day of everyone being pussies is over.
I think I need a shot.
Me too. I was just thinking that.
Yeah, try that fucking candy.
I am gonna try that candy.
Man.
To a pale Italian woman playing Jessica.
Yeah.
And Xenu, of course.
And Xenu.
Jessica probably knows him.
Oh, that is like candy. Ooh. I love that.
So the kids are going in the house and Jessica stops Colt and she says, I think you're going to make a great ninja warrior.
Yeah, but he's not doing the Ninja Warrior. He's a ninjutsu guy.
Well, that was basically like, that was like those kids' age version of like, come to my house tonight. Like that was like, that would have been, you would have known at that age if a chick said, I think you're going to be a great ninja warrior. You'd be like, oh, she wants me.
No.
That's his mom said that.
Jessica.
I thought I thought Emily said it to Rocky.
I was like,
I literally have like this memory. I'm like, oh yeah, when Emily said that to Rocky, dude, she was flirting hard.
Jessica, the mom, says it's Colt.
Well, then fucking I didn't remember. What do you want? I didn't write it down. That was what I thought.
The mom wants to fuck Colt.
That's
All
out
right.
of context. That the mom
No,
indeed
that's
wants
saying
to fuck
it.
Colt.
That's that. Anyways, but no, like he's not doing the. My joke just totally got stepped on there because that's way funnier. But
no, man. Hey, this is a misunderstanding. I got to tell you, not a lot of passion about the memories of the scenes here. They're just not. They're not.
You know
strong
what? You're doing
in
a
there.
podcast and you owe it to your listeners and your podcast mates to have some fucking passion.
Well, I do in movies. The idea of, in general, this movie specifically, I don't know. Stay tuned to find out.
Okay, so you guys got anything else about like, when they're at the house? Okay, so the next scene, we're getting like an angry Snyder venting about the shit, and he's got this guy Brown who's like it's like his sidekick.
Yeah,
it's more of like not his physical.
He comes
sidekick.
across as like his lawyer, like
Yeah,
the
he
guy
does.
who's like,
yeah, kind of. He's like a Saul
he's like
Goodman
the
kinda
guy
thing.
who fixes the books.
Are you just saying that because he's Jewish?
It's possible, but not that I know of. It's the way he's dressed
I know,
and the
I'm
glasses
joking.
and stuff, but it does seem like they have that stereotype of a character on purpose.
That dude.
And
That
it's like
dude
a
looks
90s
like he would
movie,
be
like a trope.
That dude looks like he would fit perfectly into a Seinfeld episode.
So anyway, Snyder grabs this Brown guy.
Yeah.
Mr. Brown.
Okay, Mr. Brown, we'll call him because, oh my God, right there, Jesus.
Not Mr. Brown from Reservoir Dogs. but
He
this
grabs
Mr.
this
Brown.
brown guy, right? You gotta give me nothing.
No, yeah, he grabs Brown. He grabs Brown and squeezes his head.
Snatch those kids without getting caught, or I'm going to crush your head until a slimy ooze comes out of your eyeballs.
I love that like overacting by this dude. He fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
He nailed it as Snyder.
He should have voiced Master Shredder on the cartoon.
I think he could have.
Ninja Turtles.
I think he could have.
He says, "Well, my sister's kid." So he's bringing up his nephew.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Snyder goes, "Tell me, have they studied the masters of art?" No, hold on, let me try that again.
Yep.
Snyder goes, "Tell me, have they studied the masters of our Eastern philosophy like our other men?" And Brown says, "I don't know for sure, but I know they do a lot of reading." And then it cuts to three dudes drooling over a surfboard in a Surfer Chicks magazine.
Yeah.
I must say,
I would most certainly consider getting radical on some lonely, misbegotten beach with this babe.
She is beauty for modern man to enjoy.
Hey, amigos, this is no library. You buy or you go.
Oh, my apologies, my good man. Hammer, Go score the frozen fruit concentrate and those gnarly little snack cakes.
No sweat, dude.
Cool. Marcus, score some nacho chips and some radical salsa. Dude, none of that green stuff. Dude. And you, my good man? Open up the cash register. That's right, dude. Us three boneheads are sticking you up. Dude. Now open up that register, or I have to get nasty. Excuse me, sir. Could I please use your telephone?
And then
did he shoot
His
like?
page-
and then one we watch, he shot bottles behind the clerk.
Yeah.
He shot guns. Was that in your version?
No. Here's where the pager starts going off. And then he says,
That was
excuse
right
me,
after-
sir. Could I please use your telephone?
Yes, I thought that was such a good way to cap that off. But in the version that Andy and I watched, that happened right after he shot behind the clerk and all these bottles behind his head.
Yeah.
And then his pager went off and he asked to use the telephone.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, I do not remember that.
I was like,
It was stuck
fuck.
out for like a kids movie that that they were shooting at this clerk to
But-
intimidate him. It was gnarly.
The way that Fester, his character is the best character in this entire fucking movie.
100% agree.
Like, just the way he's always like, he's genuine, but like a dumbass idiot fucking, I just love him. I love Fester. He's awesome.
Yeah, he's fun.
His full name, by the way, is Fester Festin.
Yes.
Nice.
It feels like he got the
they
nickname
call him
Fester.
Mr. Festin later.
I have a feeling Fester is his nickname because of his last name.
No,
And
he's
that-
Fester Festin.
You're positive?
I'm positive.
He calls him at home.
That was his birth name in the movie. That wasn't a nickname.
We saw his
know.
we saw his movie birth certificate.
But
Don't ruin it.
don't ruin it.
Don't ruin what?
And then Fester is on the phone with Brown, and he and Marcus are indulging in some gnarly fun dip and tortilla chips and salsa, and Marcus is barefoot.
That Marcus guy, I don't know. He like kind of looked familiar, but I don't know if he did anything else though. But he was like
the Asian
really
guy?
funny in this one. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
No, Marcus.
Isn't Marcus the Asian one?
No.
Oh,
I thought Hammer was the non-Asian.
Hammer's the okay.
yeah. Hammer's the blonde guy.
No,
That's what
That's
I thought
Marcus.
too. Okay.
Hammer is the one who has more dialogue and has a Metallica shirt on.
Okay. See, I thought that
The
was
blonde
Marcus.
is Marcus.
I did not know that. Okay.
Huh. Okay.
And and then he's like, we need you to like kidnap these kids. And he's like, would these be like any kids, or did you have some specific ones in mind?
I thought
And
that
Brown
line was
goes,
great.
Festin, or he's like, these are three very specific little boys. And he's like, Festin, don't screw this up, or we'll have to kill you. And he goes,
Bummer.
The best thing is like he goes, these are the three specific little boys. The way
Got a
that
job, dude.
Snyder looks over at him as he's bench pressing, he's like, he kind of rolls his eyes. He knows that something's gonna happen, but they're eating the Lickamades on there, right?
yeah, fun dip.
Yeah,
same
whatever your sugar being dipped in other sugar you
Hold
want to
on.
call it.
Lickamades is another brand. I only heard
Yeah.
the Fun Dip.
Yes, Lickamades.
I think
But-
Lickamade was the master company that made Fun Dip.
So Snyder says something here. He goes, fax a kernel. Again, I brought it up in my notes earlier before, but if your house is being, he makes a comment about being watched by the feds. He said the feds are watching us. We can't do anything. And he calls his nephew.
I think I know where you're going with this. There's go on.
Why the fuck would you call? Because your lines are probably tapped. So you know that they're going to get a whole fester. Like, it was just some of the dumbest shit. But then I was like, oh, well, you know what? It's a kid's movie. Fuck off. It's whatever. But why would you fax a kernel? All of your lines are being watched. Don't make any calls outside your house or from your house to the outside.
Well, they make implications like that the FBI doesn't know where they're at, but then kind of does. Which again, yeah, we'll address those when we get to it.
But then fucking
Tum-Tum's playing Mario 3.
Mario 3. But did you know that was the actual
yes.
Japanese version? Or like it was a special Japanese version.
Where'd you get that info?
Trivia shit. I don't know.
He made it up. Who gives a shit?
And you can
right?
actually see the
He
box.
doesn't-
You can actually see the box of it in the closet later on.
There's no way that's true.
It's on the IMDb stuff.
That's fucking interesting, man. That's fucking
I am JD, and I say you're full of shit.
I'm not full of shit.
So there's a can phone call between Emily and Rocky, and so the other two guys start chanting,
Rocky loves Emily. Rocky loves Emily.
"What's going on over there?"
Hey,
that is the clearest fucking thing that you'll ever hear through a can, because I have done it in the past, and you have to have it super tight so the vibrations can go through it, or else it doesn't work. We learned that it was a Boy Scouts thing or Cub Scouts or something like that. I just remember that. But
you were in Cub Scouts.
One of the boys uses the retarded word. They call one of their other brothers retarded.
He did, yeah.
And yes, we can just, I'm referring to the word. Everyone calm the fuck down.
Oh my God.
You can't say that word.
Canceled now. We're canceled.
I can and
We are
will,
canceled.
and let's be honest, do use that word. And that's on the phone call when he says that to Emily about his brothers chanting that.
Yeah.
I just remember being like, because there's always these like, oh, the movie doesn't age, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But I just didn't expect it from Three Ninjas, that I had no memory. When I saw it, I was like, oh, yeah.
I don't even think I picked up on it.
Yeah, it's because that is, if we're all honest, the way we would have talked about our siblings if they were acting like assholes.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Like, oh, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that word, along with other words, were just replacements for asshole or dickhead.
Yeah. I wish they still were, because they have like the right bite to them. But I get it. I get it.
Do.
I don't use them publicly anymore.
But then they get the alarm.
The alarm goes off.
The mom alarm is going
mom's
off.
coming.
Where is she coming from? The neighbor's house? Because holy fuck, they did so much stuff. Tum
It's like
Tum
bottom
turned
of
the
the
TV.
stairs. I feel like
she
it's
was
bottom of the
downstairs.
stairs.
Big house.
No, because later on, the Fester and the goons come up, and like the light starts going off, and they're right there at the door.
That's just editing.
Then you have to edit it similarly.
No, because they were showing in this first edit, they were showing the actual time and what they had to do to get whatever. Then the other one, it showed the thing go off, and it cuts to them right outside the door, and notice how they're all in hiding spots because time did pass. They just edited it out. Checkmate.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That is
All
a
right.
good point.
All right. That is a very good
point.
point. You know what? I concede that point to
Thank you. Thank you.
So mom comes and they all turn everything off and they get in bed, and she shuts the door and they start saying, talking to each other, and Tum Tum goes, "Hey, you guys, got a new stash of jelly beans. You want some?" And Rocky and Colt simultaneously go, "No," and he goes. They all say goodnight, and then Tum Tum like starts choking and gasping.
Yes.
And he goes, "Choked on a jelly bean,"
And then
they all laugh.
Colt like breaks up. That's what I think. That was the other one that I think that like he actually did it, because he looks at, if you like me being me, like enlarged the video and saw
You
that.
always zoom in on the smallest child in the scene. I remember that. Yeah, you were telling us.
I did. But he looks directly like at the camera. He looks directly at the camera, like choked on a jelly bean. And like it was one of those things, sort of like, oh fuck it, like that. What they just let it run. It was great. I loved Tum Tum in that little bit.
Oh yeah. Well, because
Slurpee.
We
it
got
does cut to I called them boneheads, like in my script before I had gotten to the scene where he calls himself a bonehead when he's robbing that store.
Oh.
I just thought that was funny. So in my own notes, I just kept referring to them as the three boneheads, just because it was like easier.
Oh, okay. I call him like Fester.
Do we have some dialogue here?
Those guys look like feds or something. Dude. What are we gonna do, man? They've all got guns, dude.
Well, my dangerous buds, tomorrow is another day. And those little dudes are ours. Slurpee?
Radical.
Slurpee? Dude, we're out of here.
Again, they are the saving grace of this movie so far.
They definitely are.
The banter between Fester and his friends destroys any other banter I've heard so far in this movie.
Well, I go back to Fester being just like, I don't know. He's a lovable doof. I don't know. Like, there's just something with the way his line delivery is and everything like that. He's just, you like him.
Well, after they're out of there, they made their new plan. They go get a bite to eat. We'll come back about 9:00. That's exactly what happened right there, by the way. Home Alone came out first. Fuck this. Anyway, it cuts straight from there to, it shows Maury training alone with a sword.
Yes.
He goes, "We will protect our family Come on, friend.
Yes.
And I was just like, oh God. I rolled my eyes at that part, and then it just kept happening. I mean, spoiler alert, it happened a lot.
Well,
I mean, he gets so into like doing his martial arts, like from afar, sometimes it looks like a completely different guy doing it. It's so weird.
Yeah. Sometimes it does.
It kind of transforms, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we
He
have
is very limber and spry for his
like
age.
an 80-year-old dude. Yeah. Yeah.
He is for our age,
Totally.
let alone his age. But yeah, anyway.
So we got the next morning.
Yep.
Jessica is making the boys' lunches and preparing them for school. And Tum Tum freaks out.
Because he can't find his backpacks, right?
No.
That's Colt. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's my next thing. But
Sorry.
before that, Tum Tum freaks out and he's like shaking and he's like, no, put it back. And I don't know why. His mom does something, puts something in the bag or something, and he's like, no, put it back. And he's like shaking, like throwing a fit.
He looks so like a fuck. He's gonna lose it.
Yeah.
And she does it so quickly.
And then you have Colt running around going, where's my backpack? Where's my backpack? And he's wearing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they're like they're complete chaos in the morning is what they're trying to portray here.
Yeah. Every household on
Totally.
TV in the
Yeah.
movies.
But that's
Cut a diagonal. One of the kids yells at one point to the mom.
Ugh.
Just straight chaos. Like she wouldn't know the routine before
no
school.
shit. It's not like I
You know which
understand
kids
this probably
want diagonal?
like the first day back is always kind of a little crazy, but this is the first day back to school after summer.
True.
True.
And
They've only been home like a day or something.
That's like the worst day of the school year, too.
I know. Well, I don't know. It's kind of nice for us parents because we're like, go away.
Yeah, I'm
again.
talking about being in school, though, when you're a
Yeah,
kid.
but
That day sucks.
First day is like the easy day. Well, I know what you mean,
But
actually.
it sucks because it's officially
like-
summer's over.
And it's
Yeah.
like the first day in your new class where you're like, fuck, I don't know who's going to be in there.
yeah,
Oh,
never knows.
It's like nervous.
And you're wearing
Yeah.
your new school clothes and you're hoping they aren't dorky.
Yeah.
God,
damn it.
like I bought this a month ago. Hope everything's still in style. I didn't give a shit. Anyway,
Hope the teacher doesn't notice the cuss word on the back of my shirt.
my parents wouldn't let that shit happen. But this is where, like they had orange and grape crushed soda cans, like the old ones that, oh my God, like I can still taste them to this day. Like after a soccer game or something like that from back then.
Okay, so they leave the house
Yeah.
on their BMX bikes.
Okay, wait, hold on. They left the garage door open. Does that annoy you, Jason?
No, the parents are going to close that one.
Okay.
That one's not as bad, but I would
Kidding me?
I would hate that.
That's a lot of AC
I would
coming out
hate
of the
that. I've
garage.
just never had that issue. No, I keep those vents closed.
People will come and snoop in your garage.
I know,
yeah,
right?
that's why I would
Yeah.
hate that. I'd be like, don't leave this shit open.
So-
but I leave it open like when I mow and shit.
What
Not
kind
like
of
in the
bikes
backyard.
were they
You
riding?
know I'm going there.
I know that. That was my question. I haven't. Shrout. What kind of bikes are they riding?
And the follow-up question I have for Strout that I'm sure he's done the study on is, are there any notable stunt riders in this scene? Take it away, Strout. What do you got in this scene, Strout? It's the bike scene, and we go to Strout with the bike news. Strout.
Okay, so Rocky is riding a blue GT Interceptor.
Okay.
Sick.
Colt has a black GT Interceptor, and in some shots it appears to
Sick.
have no decals, and in some shots it does.
Oh.
There's a little bit of continuity error there. And then Tum Tum has a chrome dyno VFR.
Yeah.
There's actually even some jumping. Colt and Tum Tum jump the curbs a little bit, and
Yep.
then a bit later there's some bigger like construction jumps.
Yes.
Rocky and Colt jump those, and Tum Tum goes around to the side of them.
Yep.
I don't know. I couldn't find who
If there
did
were
the
any.
stunts. I have a feeling that
They didn't look
it
like they were
probably
anything
wasn't
crazy.
anybody notable.
Yeah, it didn't look like there's anything too crazy
No.
going on.
It could have been like the director's
And
cousin.
in fact, I mean, when they're jumping, there's a shot of them coming down the street, and Rocky and Colt and Tum Tum actually hit the curbs and jump a little bit, and it's clearly like the kids doing that.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, because we could have done those. Like, I mean, we're not talking about you. We could have done those little tiny jumps, no problem.
I
Like,
jumped some ramp, but I mean,
I know,
Strout
it's-
fucking rule.
I know. That's what I mean. Like, he was on
it's
a
all right.
different
I'm paying
level.
for it now because I'm the worst rider in my crew. So
When these boys were riding the bikes, they did pass the boneheads, and obviously they were like, "Oh shit, there they are,"
Mhm.
So when they were following, we're seeing all the tricks. The idea is, I loved when all of a sudden it shows like the silhouette of these boys, like kind of up on that wall or whatever, and they're watching them, and they're like, "Oh, gnarly,
Yeah.
sick." They're watching out the window, and they're not watching the road of the van.
Yeah. But real quick, when they ride by, the kids ride by them. They're like, hey, there they are. How do they know who they were? They have not been given pictures or anything like that. They didn't see them the night before. They wake up and they're like, oh, they're their kids. Like they did not They have no way of knowing it's
Fucking shit, I think he's right. How did I notice this
think he's
either?
right.
I didn't notice this either.
But you guys missed a bunch of good shit though.
Oh,
So we gotta
I
backtrack
will
for
go
a
back.
second.
Sorry.
Yeah,
'Cause
Sorry, yeah.
That's where I was we were talking about the bikes, and I just wanted to bring up that these boneheads noticed them.
Yeah, but like that's what like that was like. How do they notice them? But yeah, go back. That was all.
So,
I got.
well, they see the kids, and then Fester has a good line.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Muffin Man?
Mr. Muffin Man, catch you later. Bummer. Go around that way. Cool.
Slow it down. Slow it. Slow it down. Slow it. Slow it down. Uh-oh. Fender bender. Dude.
Someone got a ticket.
Shut up! Not you. Kids.
Okay, another
That
little,
shit is great.
Another little thing that happened right there when they pull up and the kids are like up there or whatever, and then they pull away again. You can see like two guys from the camera crew in the reflection of the van window.
Horseshoe. They were looking for it. I didn't notice that one. But so far, everything has snuck by me where I'm like, yeah, what the fuck? But then Rocky, of course, like, you know, he's totally whipped. He has to wait for Emily. He's whipped.
Rocky loves Emily.
Yeah,
People love that shit.
Yeah,
Remember
it's
that
funny
shit?
because he goes back, and then they
He had to look for her because she was like,
I'm not going to do your jumps with you. Colt like scoots on his bike over closer to Tum Tum so they can start chanting Rocky loves Emily.
Yeah.
Did you notice that? He like gets
Yeah.
closer to him and they start doing it.
Yeah, he's like, check this out.
Yeah, but
'Cause
okay.
we used to do that thing where you would get up, you would ride on one side, and then you come up on the other side of the third friend, the one that you were leaving out or bullying.
Yeah,
and then you would do that thing. Go, hey, left ball.
Hey, right ball.
There's a penis in between us.
I never did that.
Never did that?
We never did that. Oh man, that's fucking awesome though.
Oh yeah, we do that shit all the time.
Yeah, I picked up right up on it. We didn't plan that.
Not at all, because we remember doing that shit. We actually rode bikes together when we were little.
So Emily runs into the bullies.
Okay.
And bully number one, who's like he's like the chubby black kid. He goes, "Nice bike." And then bully number two, who's like a white gangsta wannabe kid with Raiders gear on, goes, "Yeah, looks like it fit my little sister perfectly."
Yeah.
Oh, that dude sets off my
And
bully
that- yeah,
instincts.
that dude has a neon yellow dyno VFR.
Real quick. So Emily's riding towards the kids, right? And then you don't see Emily's face, but then you see her tires hits one of the other tires. And then it cuts to her and she goes like that, like she was riding with heads down. I don't think that's a safe way to ride your bike, to not see what's in front of you.
Correct. No, you
Right?
don't want to do that.
That's
you definitely want to look ahead.
Yeah. So that is,
Well, it's weird too because as the bullies are riding away after taking Emily's bike, it's not even the same bike she was riding.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
It's a different little girl's bike, and then also the bullies are briefly on Rocky, Colt, and Tum Tum's bikes, which is because in the other, it's bad editing. We haven't even had the basketball game yet.
Yeah,
they're
that's
already
right.
So the way they shot it, they're already on Rocky, Colt, and Tum Tum's bikes, even though that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
And then the next shot, after the boys catch up with Emily, it shows the bullies riding away, also with Emily's bike on their own bikes that they were on earlier, and the boys are on their bikes.
Now,
So it's like they shot all this stuff like out of order, and the editing's like really weird.
And then
Emily's like, "Nice job, show off."
So the international audience probably got the original cut, and then the USA audience got the cut like after that first screening where the studio gets their hands on it and goes, "Yeah, let's do this, move this here." You know, like when people get their little fingers on it. I bet like one was like, you know, a different version of the other. And I just feel like the international audience.
Well, yeah,
I
the
don't
version
know.
you guys watched may not have had all that I just said, where the bikes were all switched and stuff. They may not have had that.
Well, so when we
Hammer and Marcus are sticking Metallica stickers all over the phone booth.
Fuck yeah, they are.
Back those guys up if you have to, but Brown. I want those kids.
Hey, dude, what time does school get out? I don't know. I never stayed to the end. Dude.
And then we have basketball at the playground.
Okay, so this is where it differs greatly.
Well, also, does the scene open up in the American one where they're debating about Arnold Schwarzenegger versus Bruce Lee?
No, that's in the international one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Andy and I got
see
that.
in a deleted scene.
Okay.
Bully number one has a T-shirt that says awesome American Pit Bull Terrier
Yes.
with an image of a pit bull lunging forward with a leash pulling it from behind.
Like
I
the
thought
big
was like
dog.
a funny shirt.
Jeez. Yeah, that's like a total elementary
And like
school kids
there's
shirt.
like they start to like the bullies start to like challenge them or whatever. And the way the other bullies, like the cronies, come up behind them.
Oh my God. I wrote that down.
And they like cross their arms and pose. And I'm
Oh,
like,
it's great.
this is supposed to be hard.
That's great.
Especially the one kid who's like got his back arched and his head cocked back. I'm like, these
Yeah.
guys are fucking pussies.
Dude, it's so like they're those the bully henchmen back there, the extras or whatever, they're standing there in a circle, and then like it was like on cue, the kid goes like, okay, like that, and they go and line up, and then immediately afterwards you hear bye, and like all the kids everywhere just start running into their and whatever, but then we get to see the most beautiful Zumba pants in the world, like right there. It was like it was great. I don't know, I loved it, but it was just random.
Yeah, and they challenge him to the game. And bully number 1 says, if you win, me and my buddies will let you walk out of here with the girlfriend's bike. And then that's when the game starts.
Yeah. Oh.
And so we have differing, we talked about this in the scene read. We have different versions.
We still have that in ours, but there's so much
You
more
do, but
context
from this
before and
point
after.
on,
Yeah.
It really changes because you guys saw a version that the points are scored in a different order.
Yep.
And they lose the game.
Yes.
Whereas me, I even have what a comeback from 0 to 9 to 10 to 9 for the win, because the slam dunk is the last point and they win on that one. And there's some extra dialogue in the version that where they lose, and
there's a lot more dialogue. Like so in the one that we have, the one where Michael Jordan airwalks through and then slam dunks is like 0.6.
That's point, I think I think it's like somewhere in the middle.
It's like
And just out of curiosity, if from your version, he did do that from the ground, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because ours would too. So,
and then it gets to 0.9. It's not tied 9-9. Colt's about ready to fight the kid, but he's like, that's 9. And then what? How do they like somebody? They push Colt or something like that.
That's after. Yeah, the dunk was 0.9 in our version.
No,
and I was like, what the fuck, a dunk? Oh yeah, I guess it was 0.8.
Yeah, it was like 6 or something. It was earlier.
No, it was 0.9, and then they tripped Colt, and then they got the ball back and scored the 10th. The Billies did.
Yeah. Anyways, so I mean, so the main thing is that they the bullies are like, oh right, like the fat kid makes the basket or whatever. That was cake or whatever.
Yep.
And then you see them like riding off with their fucking bikes. Oh no, the teacher comes in and calls in from recess. And
because he's finally I saw saw this scene. I watched it when I found out about it. He's like ready to go fight those guys.
Yeah.
And then the teacher is like,
oh yeah, and Rocky has to keep holding him back throughout the different parts of the game or whatever.
So you actually saw it. Did you notice he had a little bit of a bloody nose?
I did.
Yeah. That was real. Like he actually fell, but got a little bloody nose. They're like, no, we'll keep it. Like he was fine, but they like made sure he was fine, but they kept the bloody nose. That was real.
I know. I broke my finger in his driveway. That's
like when we were kids.
Yep.
How was that? I mean, how was
I'm
that?
just talking about how, sometimes kids get hurt, man. Basically, I had that bullies basically cheated to win the game because of the push down, and then they got Emily's bike, and then
she's pissed.
And which we explained all the differences there, but then because the scene actually ends where it shows Maury following Mr. Snyder.
Oh yeah.
Like in the limo to the boat, and those stupid goofy ninjas are fucking unloading crate onto the boat.
And of course, there's some crime going down at a ship in the docks.
Of course.
But yeah, in my version or the U.S. version, they did win the basketball game, thus getting the bike back, and everybody has their own bikes, and everybody's good. And there's no interaction where either any of them are going to try to fight the bullies.
No. Yep.
All
right.
All
right. So then
this for the beginning of the next scene, or should we end with this?
Let's end it now.
Let's
We're
end
going to
with
take
this.
a shot to end scene 2.
And scene 2,
Scene
right?
two, man.
Cheers to scene 2 and scene
Sinu and Situ and Zenu and Sinu
R2D2
and Sidu watercraft.
and broken fingers from baseball.
Broken fingers from baseball.
Scene 3.
I don't think I could stop it now.
It's evening time at the Douglas house. Mr. and Mrs. Douglas are going out, and they have hired a B-grade Mrs. Sturak to babysit the boys.
Sugar and spice.
In Mr. Douglas's office, Colt learns that Snyder is the criminal their father is pursuing. Colt and his brothers grow suspicious of their grandfather's possible involvement with Snyder. This could jeopardize their relationship and training time with Grandpa. Soon after the Douglas parents leave, Fester and his friends break into the house with a fake pizza order, subduing the boys' babysitter. Believing it to be a home invasion, the brothers suit up in their ninja gear and fight back. Using their surroundings and numerous household items.
Yeah, Kevin did it better though.
Yeah, he did. After regrouping in the boys' bedroom, Fester uses Rocky's homemade soup can phone to call Emily over, and they take her hostage. But the boys are able to outsmart and defeat Fester's group of laxatives and their ninja training.
You wish you were Kevin.
Hashtag not my Kevin.
After freeing the babysitter, the brothers are overpowered by Snyder's bodyguard Rushmore and are taken captive to Snyder's ship in the harbor. Maury shows up to the Douglas house and vows to get the boys back while again wearing his ridiculous, oversized ninja outfit.
Yes,
Dude, he looked like a fucking kid wearing his dad's stuff.
Totally.
How about Tum Tum chewing on a 2-foot-long strand of red licorice?
I did say that was the but that looked like it. He went the right route with red vines rather than Twizzlers.
Hold on.
Oh, get the fuck out!
Yeah, you're wrong. I'm Twizzlers over red vine.
Dude, I'm red vine over Twizzlers, but I will eat both. I will not. This is not a hill I will die on. I will not die on this hill. I'm just saying, like I will always choose red vine over Twizzlers. Dude,
good call on the Sturak.
Yeah, that's Mrs. Sturak.
Yeah, because it's like a trope of an old babysitter. Just looks just like Sturak. She just doesn't have near the attitude.
It's funny because babysitters are always either old ass ladies like that or they're like younger teenage
girls.
Yeah, because we're talking like Sturak in like that 10 minutes of time she had on screen time. Alive Mrs. Sturak would have gave Fester and those dudes a true run for their money.
Oh yeah,
she would have fought back. She wasn't going down.
No way.
She would have pounced their penises with her fucking cane.
You know what's weird? What's weird is that like when Fester slams the pizza on her face, it's almost as if it was a guy that he's actually slammed it onto. It was obviously a fucking stunt double.
I think I actually did notice that.
Like, it was like hairy arms and shit, dude. And there was a lot of things that popped up like that in here that I'm like, standard definition. It wasn't like you wouldn't be able to see it like we can now.
Oh yeah.
So
we have a moment now where the boys are kind of questioning now whether or not Grandpa is a bad guy because they find the complete photo of Grandma and Grandpa and then Snyder.
And for whatever reason, they thought that first encounter where they literally fought ninjas was a friendly encounter between their grandfather and Snyder. Just because they saw him at the end, like not beat him up and like let him leave or something. So they knew each other. But in context, it didn't seem to me like those kids had any real reason to believe that was a friendly visit.
Right.
But they're like, oh, that's the guy that Grandpa was being friends with.
Yeah. But
so they think he's like in on some bullshit.
They also brought guys that had ninja swords that were trying to kill kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't a friendly encounter.
It wasn't a friendly encounter.
Oh.
So yeah. So I don't like how Colt gets to that. But what I want to know is their dad the Donald Trump? Because he's just leaving his federal files laying around, and his mom was just like, "Oh yeah, the picture of the guy's in that folder right there." She's already saw. She shouldn't be doing that. Those are federal. It's
That's
an
the
open
FBI
case.
FBI case, sure. However, are they the highest level of classified information? No.
I'm just saying. It's like, who's this guy the dad's going after anyways? I don't know. Look in there. That's where there's a picture of him. I don't know.
I'd say the screw up here is the mom showing the kid FBI case files.
Right.
He should be able to trust that she knows this is his home office and not to go in there and
yeah.
I mean, that is his wife.
Maybe there's no issue with it then. Maybe
yeah.
it's okay.
Same time, he's not telling anyone. It just stays within the family. Who gives a shit?
So Fester and his boneheads pull up.
Yeah.
Okay, dudes. Operation Kick Butt is about to commence. Synchronize watches. What time is it?
I don't know. Anybody got a watch? It's like Fester. How are we gonna get into the house, dude? That's a very good question, gnarly one. Dude. Seems that Providence has shined her lovely light upon us, boys. It's pizza time.
Who is it?
Pizza, ma'am.
We didn't order any pizza.
Some kids called. Yeah, and if you don't pay, we'll TP your house. Uncool, bro. Dude, sensitive. Much better. Okay, first we feast, then we felony.
Dude, sensitive, which I use that phrase to this day all the time.
And
If
really?
anybody is irritated or anything, I'm always
Yeah.
like, dude, sensitive.
So yeah, it's because at this point they think like all of a sudden he's showing a heart for the old lady.
Right.
But so he's like, not cool. And he opens the little closet door they stuffed her in and grabs a slice of pizza
All right.
from the pie they shoved into her face.
Yeah, and then he closes the
And
door
he,
and
and he takes a bite
much
and he goes,
better.
much better.
Okay, first we feast, then we felony.
I love that fucking line. Like Fester's fucking lines in these things are amazing.
Then I do have some dialogue with the kids here is where all this was witnessed by, I believe, Colt, right? Like
Yes.
he sees
Yes.
all this happening
Yeah.
from the top of the stairs and he goes back into the bedroom with the brothers. He's like, guys, I've got some good news and some bad news. The good news is the delivery guy just creamed the babysitter with a pizza. And the kids are like, awesome.
Yeah.
And he goes, the bad news is they're carrying guns.
And
And he
Rocky goes, okay, calm down.
Okay, don't panic. We'll call the police. Duh, there's no phone in here. Emily, we'll call Emily and she'll call the police. Hold it. Rocky, this could be our chance. If we can take these 3 robbers ourselves, then maybe Dad will see that our ninja training's worth it. Yes! Should we do it? Let's myrtleize them.
Myrtleize them.
The reason they don't try to get the police involved is because they want to prove to their
Yeah.
dad, like
They
in
want to
the real world,
myrtleize them.
That wouldn't the dad wouldn't be like, oh, cool. Now you think you shouldn't call the police when you have guys with guns trying to
Right.
kidnap you.
Right.
You're not going to your grandfather's ever again.
Yeah. But like, so the fact that Colt like tiptoed back into the room was like, guys, like he was a hell of a lot more calm than you ever should be whenever you see people with guns in your house.
Yeah, it's because it's almost like his character is secretly excited to undertake the task of taking these guys out. Because
He knows he's gonna kick some ass.
They've had to hold him back in so many situations so far because he
Yeah.
actually wants to go
Well, he's-
straight to like fighting.
He's
And they're-
wrath.
Yeah, and they're like trying to like bring him back. But right after the let's myrtleize him comment, it goes back downstairs to them. And
And they're eating the pizza looks so good. By the
Yeah,
way.
it does. I mentioned that
and
too.
they just go, this kidnapping is much better than armed robbery.
Hey man, this kidnapping is so much better than armed robbery. Dude. Yeah, I never got a pizza on a robbery. Dude. I know, it's good za, too. Hey, you know, we should save some of this for the kids we're napping. Dude. They're probably pretty nice kids.
Did you guys see the coolest water bottle in there on their desk? They had a Dare water bottle.
Oh, I did see that.
I was like, "Fuck yeah, man!"
I didn't. Damn.
Yeah,
So it was a clear one with red lettering.
Yeah.
I didn't even remember until you said Darren. I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah, it was
and I
there.
forgot to put it in my notes, but I remember seeing it and being like, I should mention that.
But the coolest thing is like whenever like Colt's convincing Rocky to do this, did you guys check out the 2003 NBA Hall of Fame inductee, 7-time NBA All-Star, 3-time NBA champion James Worthy poster?
No, I did not.
He was there.
Did he have his fucking goggles on with his strap around his back of his head?
That was
James Worthy.
Did he? I don't know. I just saw that this James Worthy.
Pull him up. Check it.
Dr. Swish Reamer.
Sure, Swish. I don't. Hey, it's fine. But like I loved
when they pulled out the drawers of everything and they're getting ready to fight and everything.
They're like, where are the weapons? Like,
Yeah.
Dad hit him because they don't want us to have weapons.
Yeah. But they pulled out the drawers. Like, I don't know. It was one of those like,
well, yeah.
Why did you do it type of thing? It's for the camera, but it was kind of cool.
But it also shows they're like trying to find,
Right.
they're scrambling, and all of a sudden their alarm goes off again that someone's coming or outside the room.
Yeah.
And so then it cuts to right outside the door.
And we figured that out. Yeah.
Okay, you dudes ready? Radical. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And they burst through the door.
Yeah.
Whoa. Cool room. Dude.
But he goes, dude. It's like,
Yeah, he's in awe. And this is like when
little dudes.
we don't.
Pizza's here.
where are those little boogers? If I was a little booger, where would I be? Mom and Dad's room. Come on, you guys. Last one out. Close the door.
And then they race to the door.
then Hammer-
and
And Hammer
Hammer
has
gets in front of it. He's like, oh.
And he goes, he like
He's
whispers
so-
bummer.
He's so fucking bummed that he lost the race to have to close the door.
Yeah, I love that.
But when he was like, where are these little boogers? He's sitting on their bunk bed, and you can see in the camera
yeah,
shot that he's like
Rocky.
fucking holding himself at the bottom of the higher mattress up behind his head. And I was like, okay, so they had like all hid in all these fucking wacky ass places.
Right.
Because with that edit, you did feel like the kids didn't have enough time.
Yeah.
I just thought that was kind of like,
and then
I don't know. I don't have memories of that like scene playing out these ways. I did remember liking the scene they're in, but this did feel kind of long. Like this whole them at the house.
Yes, it like I put
So
on
many
there.
good lines though.
Yes. Well, I feel like I would argue pretty much all of them. At least 90% of the good shit is in this. But this is like, it feels like maybe a 20 or 25 minute robbery in an hour and a half movie. I'm probably off on that, but it felt like a long, like
it was a long chunk.
One chunk is like the middle of the movie.
Yeah.
There's before this robbery, and the bullshit after this robbery.
Did you guys? So you know when like Colt slams the door on the room at the end of the mall that mom is the end of the hall that mom is redoing.
Yep.
He slams it so then they see him, and he goes. Hammer goes, "Hey, found one," and he goes, "Oh no, robbers!" And Hammer goes, "Robbers? I thought we were kidnappers." Fester goes, "We are," and then Marcus goes,
Dude.
Yeah, and then he, okay, little dude, we know you're in here somewhere.
Okay, little dude. We know you're in here somewhere. We don't want to hurt you. We just want to kidnap you.
That line was the line I always remembered from this movie. Which, as I rewatch, you know, it's still good, but there's also other like pretty funny ones that come from these guys that didn't stick out at the time.
Yeah.
Fester also goes like not long after that he goes, "Come here, you little idiot, little kid, come here."
Totally. Well, he's calling him like a dog at this point. He's like, "Little kid, come here." And he's like, "Kid," and he's making kissing noises. I actually jotted that down in the notes because I was like, it's so funny how their brain works and how they treat them. We just want to kidnap. It's like you talk to them like a dog. They can't understand what you're saying. It's just so funny.
So you know they're still in the room and they get faked out. They see that shoe under the sheet.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Fester goes, "Ha!" And then it's like fake. It's just the shoe. And then Hammer goes, "Ha! Take out." Fester goes, "Shut up!" And then Marcus goes, "Dude!" and points like at the door. And Marcus saying "dude," his friends can translate him because Fester goes, "No, there's no possible way he'd be downstairs."
I did not pick up on that. That's
Me
fucking
either. That's why I'm like, oh, I know I do.
It's,
I have
it's
it in
almost
here.
like the dude thing on basketball when they're
Yeah.
like, dude.
Dude.
And it, like they can read each other. That's
Yeah.
how they can read Marcus.
Well, so one of the other cool things that we see here, and I did this to my little sister, and she fucking flipped out. They do this shoestring tied to the doorknobs, right?
Yes, I remember, and it's like Tum Tum, and it's like bing, and he like.
No, it was Rocky. Rocky tied the two because Colt went in there. Remember, and he's tying.
Yeah, Tum Tum's downstairs mixing up
Oh
the
yeah,
oil for the floor.
I think he cuts the rope later. That's right.
Yeah, but I did that to my sister, and she was so pissed. But I thought that was very smart. There, liked it.
Well, this scene too, where they're inside the unfinished room. Is that where you guys are at?
It's the room at the end of the hall that Mom is
redoing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that they're like in there with Colt though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just Colt and the 3 boneheads.
Yeah. Is that? I wonder if we have the same one there, where like he gets them to go into that like under that sheet, and all 3 of them under there when he sneaks out the other side and starts hitting the sheet, and they like fart in there and all kinds of like silly shit.
Yeah, that's not in the version I watched.
Really? Oh,
that's
yeah.
funny. Like he's over in the corner under like a ladder sheet, like some ladders or something with sheets over it, and it's like you can just as they go in one end of it, he comes out the other, and all 3 of them are in there, and he starts patting the top of it. And they're like, dude, because this whole scene he keeps tricking them into punching each other by tapping on the shoulders and shit.
Yeah.
Because he's like lightning quick or
Yeah.
I think you guys got a little extended version of that scene.
Oh, that's probably
it's
why.
fun. Well, it's because he camouflages himself and spray paints it all white, and so
he ruined his fucking mask.
Absolutely,
he ruined it,
and he spray paints everything, and he's like blending in. So then when he's under there, and he comes out, and they like say all kinds of wacky shit in there, and like one of them like farts and like, oh dude, you got one or something.
Yeah.
Some
I
it's
had
like
it written down.
Goof bucketry.
Yeah.
Total goof bucketry.
Yeah.
Did somebody cut one?
But the kids like slid across, and the boneheads wiped out.
Yeah,
and that felt like
Yeah,
kind
and
of
he
Home
goes-
Alone-ish again. And I'm
Hammer
like,
goes, wipe out, dude. And then they hilariously like get back up and then slip again. And
Yeah.
they're like slipping to where they're jumping up in the air almost.
Yeah.
And they're like 3 feet off the ground and they're
Yeah.
hitting the fucking
They're like
floor
doing
again.
Home Alone falls.
Yeah.
And
all 3 of them are doing it. It's funny as shit.
And then right after that, it shows Tum Tum putting the jelly beans on the stairs as he's going down them. And that scene's funny because when he gets to the bottom of the stairs, I think it's like Colt waiting there with him, holding CDs. To throw them like ninja stars. And when he throws them, he goes, "Oh, watch my nose, dude! It's bad news already."
He's ruining those CDs.
It's so fucking funny.
At some point, there's the fucking pepper bombs.
Yep. That's the next thing where Tum Tum's making them in the kitchen.
Yeah. And then then they hit him with the pepper bombs, and then Tum Tum, there's like that. Oh, he's like, you remember when you couldn't when you had diarrhea for like whatever, and he gives him he's like, you couldn't go to the bathroom for like 3 days or something like that. And so they're introducing the laxative.
Yeah.
And he pours it in the Coke.
Right.
Cola. And then Tum Tum, they're like the 2 dudes are in there trying to like wash their face and their eyes and shit.
Yeah.
And Tum Tum walks in with this giant soda fountain drink, and it's like the laxative soda cocktail. And he takes a fake drink and he goes, this stuff is good.
Yeah. And then the guy goes, "Give me that."
Yeah.
And snatches it.
And they're drinking it. He's like, those kids, man, I'm really gonna injure them.
I love the way he hits
they
that line.
keep taking the fucking drink back and forth from each other. And then Hammer goes, "Where is Fester?" And then it shows the Fester like hanging from the thing. And he's like, dudes, bail me out. help.
I love that. Bail me out.
And they get him loosened up. And Fester's like, I say we kill those little boogers. And Hammer goes, I thought we wanted them alive. And he goes, I want us alive, dude. And he sounds like weak and scared.
Yeah.
Those little kids are dangerous.
God, that shit
And
is
Hammer goes,
awesome.
so what's the gag? Fester goes, we go to their room and we find their fatal flaw.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's right. Like that was.
Then when it shows them going through their room, the first thing they do, like, you know, they love the room and all that, of course.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but when
they're-
they find that fucking phone and he grabs it, he's just
Yeah.
like, hello, hey, check one. Okay, calling all cars. Be on the lookout. And all of a sudden,
Rocky? And she goes, hello, Rocky? And then, you know, when he
Rocky, is that you? Whoa, dudes.
Dude, check this out.
Come over.
Hello.
Rocky? Rocky, is that you?
Whoa. Dudes. Come here. Come over. Come to the front door of my house right away.
What's going on over there?
Come over. It's important.
I'll be right there.
Awesome. We got this little dudes now, dudes.
Let's go.
Totally.
That part is fucking funny. I laughed pretty hard at that.
Dude, the worst actor in this entire movie is fucking Emily. We're like, oh my god.
She's better than Tum Tum.
I don't know.
Tum Tum has a few good lines because they seem genuine, but overall, he's like, the boys are hiding out in their dad's office, and the Fester crew, like, they have Emily, and they knock on the door, and they slam open the door real hard, and it just slams back and hits fucking Fester in the face.
Old school.
So good.
That also happens in Home Alone, I'm pretty sure.
Home Alone 2. That's Home Alone 2.
Maybe it is 2, because I feel like I remember like Marv standing in a doorway, like triumphantly, and it like comes back and smashes him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's 2. But
man, I haven't watched 2 in a long time. I need to.
And then they're like, you can hear the stomachs gurgling.
Fester buddy, I'm not feeling so hot. So they get the shits and they have to go, and they leave Fester holding Emily and 3 guns. And he says, okay, none of you little dudes move until those 2 dudes get back.
I did write down, like, these dudes are getting a little bit too much there. They should have, like, cut down on a few of the dudes. It was just a little too much.
Oh, I love that line. It's so good.
No, I'm just saying, like the dude, like all over the place.
Yeah, and then after that, that's where the dudes are like shitting, and the boys fuck with them while they're shitting and like knock them out.
Not the stomach, not the stomach.
Yeah, just fucking knock these like shitting dudes out.
Oh man. And then it cuts to the parents driving back, and she says something. Well, that's my Asian side.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you don't have an Asian side. You do not look any.
You have to make
Asian
it related to that dude.
I know, but you could have gotten somebody that looks slightly Asian. Slightly.
Yeah. And then
I think they were Asian.
And then Emily, they're downstairs, and Emily goes to take a drink of the soda laxative cocktail. And Tum Tum goes, no. That's the diarrhea cup.
Yep.
See, those are the little fun things that that Tum Tum does that I really like.
No, I don't dislike the character. I just think that it's really more the physical scenes. It's really bad.
Yeah, okay.
And then they go out and they fucking hear the babysitter like clinging on the door in the closet. And they go open it up, and Tum Tum, he like points at her. He says, I hope you save some pizza for us.
Yeah, he's mad at her.
Yeah.
And then fucking Sub-Zero comes walking in.
Yeah. He's showing up as a silhouette in the lights with a ninja costume.
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
Yeah. Oh man. Like the next thing I have, like, so they take the boys, but they leave Emily, right? Why?
Clearly, which is weird.
Like,
because
they're with them.
Because Brown and what's the big guy's name?
Sub-Zero. That's
no, that's Grandpa.
No,
I do
Rochester or something.
Remember
Rushmore.
It's
right there.
Rushmore and Brown and some other like ninjas show up.
Yeah.
After it's right after the hope you save some pizza for us.
Yeah.
And Colt's like, we can take care of him from here.
Yeah, and they were given specific instructions by their boss to get those 3 kids. So
Yeah.
they're probably like, well, boss didn't want her.
Yeah.
And then he would probably be like, you idiots.
Yeah.
But he wasn't there.
Yeah, and we talked about Maury showing up as a silhouette, but like there's a whole thing in there where the police are at the house.
Yeah.
And Sam's there, and Jessica, and she's like Mrs. Douglas, and she's like, not now, Emily. Mrs. Douglas, I know where the boys are, and she gives her that note, and then she just like takes off.
I was told to give this to
Bye.
you. Yeah, it's like a break. It's like her friend is breaking up with.
Yeah, like why did she run off right away?
Yeah.
It was like the first time I ever kissed a girl. I ran off like that afterwards.
Give this note to Bradley.
Bye.
Emily wants to give you this note, and then gives it to you and runs.
Yeah.
We got to comment on how fucking stupid he looks in this goddamn outfit. And I think the reason why,
and his hood like covers half of his face.
I think the reason why is to cover up the stunt double better, to make it more like it hides his body shape, it hides his face, it hides everything.
The stunt double that's like twice his height.
Yeah, the stunt double doesn't have to like do as much.
And like half his age.
I feel
with just powder in his hair.
That's my theory now. And when I saw Grandpa show up, I just remember being like, dude, that's a shitty ninja. Bummer. He's like a disappointing looking ninja. And then when you get these fucking like the henchman ninjas that have those bug eyes, you're like, this is three ninjas. Surely there's a fucking cool ninja.
There's no good ninjas.
And there's like, it's so unsatisfying.
No, just the kids.
As a fan of the ninjas, it's
well,
kind of
technically,
unsatisfying.
they're doing karate, not ninjutsu.
No,
exactly. They're kind of like, oh, which is like, no, be silent. You're an assassin.
Well, and that's the thing is, one of the things I read was like, not a single person in this movie was trained in ninjutsu.
Yeah.
Now the one kid, Rocky, that played Rocky, was a martial arts kid, but he didn't do ninjutsu.
Yeah, because it didn't matter to us kids. We wanted to see kicking and hi-yas, and we liked ninjas.
So scene for
now. Oh, now scene for. It's a firework.
After the boys arrive at the ship, they are placed in a cell together. The brothers use the lessons their grandfather taught them to escape their cell. They fight off random ninjas throughout the ship while Maury infiltrates the ship and also fights random ninjas before making his way to the boys. Hiya! Grandpa and the kids get separated again, and the brothers are soon surrounded by infinity ninjas. They don't run. They don't hide. They kick their butts. They also manage to subdue Rushmore. Now Snyder shows up with more ninjas with guns. Snyder confronts Maury and challenges him to a fight for the brothers' freedom. Due to his youth and speed and a hidden pepper bomb, Snyder gains the upper hand until Maury gags Snyder with a handful of Tum Tum's jelly beans and finally defeats him. Enraged, Snyder grabs a gun from one of his bug-eyed ninjas and attempts to shoot Maury and the boys, but is suddenly shot in the shoulder and subdued by the boy's father, who arrives with backup to arrest Snyder.
That's a fucking sentence.
That's right.
To arrest Snyder, Brown, and all their dorky little ninja henchmen.
Yep.
Sam tells his sons that he will let them continue to visit their grandpa every summer and takes the rest of the night off from work to get pizza with the family, including Maury, who hates pizza. Who the fuck hates pizza? Later, after returning home, the boys run into... Okay. I'm going to just go ahead and... This is a bonus scene in the version that you guys watched.
Yeah.
Or not a bonus scene. It's the ending scene in that one. This is not in the version that I watched because it doesn't tie in correctly. But in this version, later after returning home, the boys run into the bullies again, looking to start a fight. Emily finally permits Rocky to show off, and he easily defeats the leader. And regains Emily's and his brother's bikes as they ride off to school. Fuck those bullies. Credits roll. Now, obviously, in the ending of the U.S. version, it's different. Basically, there's a little bit more extended dialogue and things as Grandpa and the boys and Mom and Dad are going out for pizza. It's kind of a shot of it's dark and it's panning away, and you see the ship in the harbor or the docks, and they're like driving off. And so.
Sorry.
What is he saying? I wasn't even really listening.
He started it.
Sitting on the dock of the bay.
He started seeing him sitting on the dock of the bay, which I'm really not sure why. And I was just like, oh, fuck
He was
yeah.
talking about the docks.
Yeah, the docks. I was talking about the docks on the bay.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, credits roll. We're all excited. We're done.
No, we still have scene 4 to talk about.
No, I know. But that's why we're like off on some fucking tangents.
So okay, this is where you get to see the B Team Foot Clan fucking train.
Yeah, when the kids are arriving in that limo.
Yeah, and there's like, whoa.
At least they went in style.
Was kind of dope. Like
at
at that age, like they're it's kind of like they're taking a little bit from Blank Check too,
like
and big.
Blank Check 2? There's a sequel?
No, just Blank Check.
Blank Check also.
Then you
Hey Preston, you know what you got?
T-double-O.
STYLE style.
Fuck yeah.
I like when they're in the holding cell and Tum Tum is just like worried about food.
Yeah. But
of course,
consistency with the character.
Yeah. So real quick,
and why would they put all three of these boys in the same holding cell?
Because they're dumb.
They're plotting and planning, these boys.
Well, and they probably only got the one holding cell,
and they have the ability to listen to them. Apparently,
but there's right after he's complaining about or he's worried about food, Rocky goes, "Hey, what's the matter with us?"
Hey, what's the matter with us? Don't you remember what Grandpa said? Everything around us can be our friend. Be friendly to your environment. That is the ninja way.
Okay. All right, Rocky. So what are we supposed to do? Are we gonna go make the friendly door open? Hey, Mr. Door, how you doing? Will you be my friend and open up for me? No? You know what? think we're out of friends in this room.
Yeah.
He goes over and be nice to the door or whatever. This is the part like I have not watched in years, and this was all new to me. I completely forgot about this.
I kind of forgot about this too.
This whole scene is the one where I'm like, okay, let's get it on. This goes on too
exactly.
long. I hate this most of this scene.
Yeah, it is kind of boring. Like, but I do like the detail of him using the phone. Like,
Frank
even for like a
fucked
kids movie, that's a funny thing. Is of course they have a phone in their cell.
Yeah,
but it's Rocky being like, "Hey, this is a phone test or whatever," with his like little kid.
I'm in
voice.
the kid's cell.
Like I had made a comment about like, oh, I put Rocky using the phone inside their cell to call security. He tries to talk with a low voice to sound like Frank, the security ninja outside their cell. Frank must sound like a real pussy.
You know what he also sounds like? Oh, our house is being robbed. My address is 656 Lincoln Boulevard. My name's Murphy.
Yeah,
my name's Murphy.
So there's more Home Alone theft.
Totally.
So they basically get out of the fucking cell, and there's a point when Snyder like is angry and he's talking to Brown. And he's like, "They're just kids. I want them found now, or I'll tear out your liver."
I understand. All right, move out. Move out.
Why is he wearing a Hugh Hefner fucking smoking jacket? Did you guys notice that?
Yeah.
I'm like,
oh
the
yeah,
fuck?
his fucking stupid bad guy style.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's so bad.
But
What a
this whole
dipshit.
thing goes on too long too, where the kids and the grandpa separately are going through all the corridors of the boat.
Yes.
Fighting off the fucking Foot Clan that we don't give a shit about.
Yeah.
I'm kind of just wanting them to get to the ultimate confrontation, and when they do finally get, they have all these little fights. They meet up, separate again for whatever reason, but they get to Rushmore, and that's where they're like, he just knocks him down immediately, and he's like, the grandfather comes into this big open gym room where this is happening.
Right.
Boys, light up the eyes.
Yeah.
From the fucking dummy earlier. I just love the way he starts yelling that, and then they cut to the boys and the dummy and Rushmore going back and forth.
Yeah.
Of like the memory of it. Every time they hit him, it's going cut into the dummy's eyes lighting up, and it's just he just sits there. He's like fucking King Hippo from Punch Out.
Well,
he doesn't
like
dude. He just sits there and lets him ultimately like doesn't want him to just kick him in the nuts or whatever.
Yeah,
you're just sitting there.
Yeah, that's the final move, and then he's about ready to fall over, and the guys are like, "Oh,
I'm not giving a 10-year-old a clean shot at my nuts."
No,
that's insane.
It's funny too because there's like on their way to that, they encounter some characters, the other ninjas. There's like the one dumbass bad
true.
ninja that like nunchucks all his friends on
Yes,
accident.
yes.
And then
I
there's
do have
the
that.
crazy one with the face paint.
Yes.
Um,
that was actually that was actually Rocky the kid who plays Rocky. That's actually his real karate trainer.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
When the ninja that cuts all his own clothes off, or the nunchuck one.
Yeah. That cuts his the face painted guy.
Yeah.
But
that part almost doesn't fit at all. I remember like that scene when it came in. I'm like,
that
what
was
the
like
fuck?
it was so cartoony because I think they had to do that. Did you see the shot when Grandpa killed the guy? Throws a knife and hits a guy in the heart. Did you have that?
I didn't.
Probably,
I don't
but
remember
really
that.
remember.
Grandpa
Yeah.
killed a guy.
Well, because
Probably gonna want to lay low for a while.
Probably looking for you.
But like when they first meet up with Grandpa, they're like, "It's Grandpa," and all of a sudden he pulls out the knife, and they're like, "Grandpa, no, what?" And like, because at this point, Colt was still just like, "Oh, I don't know if they're like if Grandpa was good or bad." Remember that?
No.
Okay. I think you guys should rewatch it. Like, I think you guys should actually pay
Guys.
attention.
We should run.
We should hide.
We should kick their butts.
We really see some goofy fucking karate by Tum Tum.
Yeah. This is the worst one.
Like the little build-ups before each move and stuff. I'm like, dude, I can't.
I have
watch
I have a feeling this one in order of being shot. I think this one was done first because like there's a difference between his fights. I don't know. This one, like he looked like he was still in training. Like he looked.
You mean like
real-
this fight versus earlier in the movie?
Yeah. Like I think they might have shot this one first.
It's possible. I mean,
But yeah. So
Let's light this dude up. Snyder's like, am I a nice guy or what? Colt goes, you're a geek. Rocky and Tum laugh.
God. Or apparently these bug-eyed ninjas, some of them have machine guns, but
Don't
the
ever
ones
fucking
they
use
actually want to attack the intruders, they don't let those guys have the machine
Apparently
guns.
not. Yeah.
But if the kids could get their hands on one of those and just start fucking spraying.
And then, so obviously, we don't need to go through the whole. We've kind of touched on how Grandpa defeats Snyder.
Yeah.
Yeah, with
the boys
fucking
go to hug
stupid
him.
jelly beans. Ugh.
Yeah, the boys go to hug him afterwards. He says, "Not so hard. I'm an old man."
Well, the only thing I do have from the fight is when it looks like he's about to lose right before the jelly beans, and he's looking at all the kids who are like bowed to him as if like you fought valiantly, like how they're all
You
like,
fought well,
like
master.
they're like disappointed they're about to watch their fucking master lose to this dork.
Yeah. You wearing Hugh Hefner stuff. But did you
Steven Seagal, motherfucker.
Shitty ass bootleg. Yeah, he's even got the same hair.
Stupid ponytail.
So Tum Tum was there in at the beginning of the scene. They're in the holding cell, and Tum Tum's complaining about being hungry and stuff. But he has a pocket full of fucking jelly beans.
Good call. Didn't notice that one either.
Like that one pissed me off, dude.
Yeah, he was the one complaining.
Okay,
he was
but
so
here's the
hungry.
thing.
Fucking eat those, bro.
When I'm hungry, I'm not eating jelly beans.
This
Even
is-
if I have jelly beans, that's not a hunger thing.
For Tum Tum, it is
For
just because he's a
like,
fucking.
have you met this kid? Anyways, yeah. So Snyder dies. Thank God. Okay,
he dies.
And then
like
he loses. He gets shot in the right shoulder.
and
He's
then
fine.
the police show up and they save the day or whatever
Yeah.
because that's what the police do, right? I guess.
Everybody lives happily ever after.
and then so there's like an interaction kind of afterwards. They're outside the boat and Jessica, the mom, goes to Colt. You know, this is kind of a callback to earlier. She says, "I told you to make a great ninja warrior."
But he didn't
So
do
corny.
the Ninja Warrior course.
And then, you know, Grandpa says he hates pizza, which is bullshit.
Who the fuck hates pizza?
Yeah, it ruins Grandpa.
Oh, he does.
So yeah, I have the
His stupid outfit. And now he hates pizza. Fuck Grandpa.
I have the note here, like the ending you guys saw
Yeah.
in more detail. The boys and Emily are walking home from school, and only Tum Tum has a bike. The bullies roll up with the boys' bikes, wanting to fight. Rocky kicks the ever-loving shit out of bully number one, causing the rest of the bullies to drop the bikes, even their own, and take off. Victory. This ending is only in the version of the movie where the boys lose the basketball game, which is the non-US version.
Right. And I have so much wrong with this.
And I've got if you got more about that scene,
I
I
do.
do have a couple things about trivia.
Okay. So the boys did you guys notice the clothes that they are wearing in this scene?
No.
Which scene?
In this last scene. You didn't see it, did you?
I did watch it later, but yeah, it was filmed the same time as the other shit earlier. So they're wearing the same clothes as earlier.
It's filmed that way, but chronologically, wow.
I didn't notice that they were wearing the same clothes.
Chronologically, it's funny because you brought up the black kid's shirt being the Rottweilers or some bulldogs or something like that.
Pit Bull Terrier.
That's it.
American Pit Bull Terrier.
Yeah. He's wearing that same shirt. The other kid's wearing the same clothes. Emily's wearing the same clothes.
Which means they wouldn't have shot it to have the scene at the end originally.
But here's the weird thing. Tum Tum's wearing different clothes.
Oh, that is weird.
So it was.
Was Tum Tum in the same wide shot?
Yes.
With,
It was totally fucked.
That is kind of weird.
No, Tum Tum's not in the school basketball scene
That's true.
at all.
No, like he was there, like right, like because Rocky loves Emily. That part, that takes place the same day as the like, but they're wearing the same clothes there.
When they originally get them stolen.
Yeah.
Or
So
her bike gets stolen or whatever.
it's weird. I don't get it. It was just something I noticed and like it puzzled me.
It's because of all of that.
Maybe
yeah.
it's several days later and they've gone back to those clothes and Tum Tum is just in a different.
But everybody's synced up. I don't know. These are my Tuesday clothes.
Yeah.
I like these clothes on Tuesday. These are Tuesday's best.
So that's it. You guys ready to fucking rate this?
Yeah, let's rate it.
I'll go first. Jason, I just want to say thank you for putting this on the wheel. And
I didn't put this on the wheel.
Yes, you did. I did not put this on there unless you
I
put
might
it.
have.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know he would have.
All right. So so fuck you, Shrout.
You're welcome there, dipshit.
God damn it. I don't like that you did this. So I was a watch with a 3 out of 10. Yes. So Jason, how many yas would you give it?
They're
Oh,
ayas.
Ayas.
Your watch, and you gave it a 3.
Yeah.
That's
And fuck
interesting.
me for putting it on the wheel, but you said it's a watch.
Yeah, I said just
Yeah.
watch it. I mean, it's not groundbreaking 90s like fucking Rookie of the Year or anything
Okay,
like that.
here's the thing though, because I'm going to take off kind of what you're saying here.
Groundbreaking Rookie of the Year. I mean, I love that movie, but
It was
groundbreaking.
fucking groundbreaking, dude.
This I
For
will
us as
say,
kids.
this movie, the only joy I had at watching it was because it was like almost comedically bad, kind of like your Troll 2s or whatever. It's like bad, but you can tell they're
Ooh.
not trying to make it as bad as it is. There's just so many things that are kind of stupid. I'll say that Fester actually and his little crew, they add just enough, comedy in there to make it like watchable through that middle hump. So there's like some quotable little lines. I'm going to say watch it.
Okay.
On the caveat that you only watch this one time. You never need to see this. If you've seen this before, don't watch this again. What are you doing? You fucking crazy? But if you've never seen this, watch it once. With that, I'm going to give it a 3 also, which is kind of weird that you came in.
3 what?
Oh, 3.
Thank you.
3 of those out of 10.
I like
of them.
how like throaty you got with that. Like you went into your neck for that.
That's what they do like the whole time.
All right.
Okay, so my rating, I say this movie was one of my favorite movies. Like when I was like a junior high age kid.
Yeah,
I fucking
can see
loved it. And
Yeah, it was
at this
fun when I was
point,
young.
I still enjoy a lot of it because of and it's entirely based on nostalgia and Fester and his friends.
Yep. Okay.
Other than that, it's actually pretty bad.
Yeah.
If you're from that era, I can't really choose 2 answers, so I'm just gonna say, especially if you're from that era, but I say it's a watch.
Okay.
And I gave it 4 out of 10. Ayas!
Nice. That's interesting. That's a pretty low rating for us.
Fester and the nostalgia are what bumped it from a 3 to a 4 because I had it as a 3.
I almost bumped it to a 4 because of Fester, but I'm like, yo, Fester's what brought it to a watch and not a don't watch. I don't think I'm coming off the 3 on this. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not fucking. It doesn't hold up like I thought. I thought there was going to be more like, I don't know, the kids weren't as likable as maybe I remembered as a kid. I don't know. I just found myself being like, getting like shit got old quick. Those fighting scenes, I was like, I don't give a shit about any of this.
I think that when we were kids, that was the stuff that like we fucking loved,
Yeah.
and so we were like, oh, that's so cool. Did you see that kick or whatever?
Oh,
So,
totally.
Yeah, like.
Are we ready for the Movie Roulette Podcast bi-weekly fuckface challenge?
We are.
Ooh, yes.
Okay.
All right. Who's going first?
I'll go first.
All right, well, what is this? What is the fuckface challenge?
Well, I'll get there.
Okay.
So the challenge was that we each come up with a ninja name for each of the 3 of us. So yourself,
kind of like the characters in this movie.
characters in this movie. So you come up with names for yourself and the other 2 guys.
Okay.
And I just went in alphabetical order. So Andy.
Yep.
Actually, Andy and Jason.
Yes.
You guys your names are influenced by Razar and Toka from Ninja Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze.
Okay.
And because you guys are you like to take pot. So you are Andy, you are Dabzar, and Jason, you are Toker.
Toker.
And me, I just drink. So I'm Shatsu instead of Tatsu.
Okay, I kind of like
also he is from the Ninja Turtles movies as well. He's Master Tatsu, Shredder's like henchman.
I like it.
So we got
I like it.
Dabzar, Toker, and Shatsu.
I like Toker. That's dope.
Okay.
You going now or last?
I'm gonna go last.
Okay.
I kind of like mine.
Well,
just to say I'm not really stoked on mine. I wasn't inspired by this fuckface challenge.
Yeah, mine's like middle of the road. It's meh. I'll say that I went with the theme and I decided to work within the parameters this movie already set for me. So I really wanted to play off the characters in this movie's current names. I'll start with me. I was a middle child, so I will just take the middle child on this one.
Okay.
And I'm going to name after Colt's character, except for I have this interest and fascination, as you guys know. I like to drink to Xenu. Of course, so my name is Colt. With a U.
Colt.
And then Andy is going to be Jockey, and Shroud is going to be Drum.
Drum.
That's pretty stupid, but Colt is pretty good.
Colt and jockey and drum.
Wait, is it jockey because I'm
Because you were a jock in high school.
And it works.
And you were a jock in high school.
Yeah.
All right.
And I needed something to rhyme with Rocky, and it
and-
happened very organically. I didn't put a lot of thought. As you can tell, this happened quick.
Oddly enough, I'm a drummer, so drum makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Andy, you better save us on this one.
All right, I got you. So, Jason, we'll go with Jason. You first.
Are they themed at all?
Kind of not really.
Okay.
It's just sort of like I don't know. So, Jason, you're funny. You can't be taken too seriously, and I've never actually seen you in a fight. I don't think I could ever see you in a fight. So, you're Jester.
I mean, it's not completely inaccurate. I was involved in some scraps. Remember the brawl in the bottleneck?
I was in there too. But
one-on-one, not since I was a little kid.
yeah. So you're a Jester. Shrout, you're big, tough. You can be mean, but you can also be kind of cuddly too. So your name's just Bear.
Just Bear?
I'm Bear.
I'm Jester.
I'm also a large, hairy gay
Bear.
man.
And then
I'm I'm that badass dude from Top Gun, Jester.
And me.
My name isn't Chaz. It's Chester. I was a geek in high school. I played D&D
too.
I masturbated constantly.
So then for me, I mean, just fucking look at me. My name is Squatch.
Squatch, Bear, and Jester.
I almost came up with that was pretty good. I almost came up with I like Colt and I like I don't know. I think I like Colt the best. Yours are pretty consistent. Mine kind of suck, but
no, I like yours.
I mean, they were clever, I think, but they were also like it was just like three people that had nothing to do with this movie. All right, fellas, we are moving past Three Ninjas for fucking good.
Let's do this.
Unless we roll one of the sequels sometime. And
no,
they're not on there.
Thank God. Let's keep those off the wheel, please.
Let's roll the wheel and find out what's going to go next. Spin that wheel.
Spin that beautiful.
All right, Andy. Well, come on, 1010.
Come on, 1010. Come on, 1010. Oh.
UHF.
Fuck
Oh,
yes.
Weird Al. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Oh shit.
All right.
man.
Okay.
This is gonna be Colt.
Who wants to drink from the fire?
Michael Richards.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh man.
This is gonna be great.
Okay,
Yep.
so this is gonna be fun.
I haven't seen this shit in a long time. I hope we can find it, but we should be able to.
I don't think I've ever seen it actually.
No, you're bullshitting me.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Oh,
I've
me
never
and
seen it.
me
I've
and
seen
Alan
clips. I've seen
Spatula
clips.
City.
Me and Alan Riddle used to watch this.
Oh, it's
I've
good.
never seen this. Like
Weird
clips.
Al's he's such a likable guy, and man, this is his humor. It's great. I'm excited.
I love Weird Al. I know like his entire body of work, but I just never.
Oh,
I never fucking saw this movie.
You're insane. This is great. It's a good one.
All right.
Yeah, I remember. So I haven't seen it since high school. Me and Alan used to watch it.
Shit.
I truthfully don't remember a ton of it. I remember thinking it was hilarious though.
Yes.
So, all right.
Yeah,
I'm
just a lot of
this is like one of those
ridiculous
things.
shit.
This
That's
is
great.
one of those like wonderful things where I'm just like, I would have never watched this. I don't think I would have ever
and
watched
again,
it.
that's from my memory because I think I remember being excited when Three Ninjas came up.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to move on from it, but right now, I have really good feelings about seeing UHF again.
All right.
I'm really happy it's on there.
I am so stoked. So we're gonna have something coming up because this, like the soundtrack for that movie is absolute dog shit. So I'm just gonna put something from 1992 coming in. So we'll have something good coming up because 1992 good music, and we'll be coming back with some UHF, Weird Al, Michael Richards.
What did you call this movie?
UHF.
You did an Andyism where you say it weird.
No.
UHF.
UHF.
We would like you, listeners, to join us, visit us,
interact with us.
Join our cult.
TheMovieRoulettePodcast.com.
MovieRoulettePodcast.com.
The Movie Roulette on Instagram.
Insta.
Come now, come with us. Come to
Come on.
imagination and talk.
Come on.
I will not come.
Come on now. Be our buddy, pal.
Do not come.
Come to a world you've never
us.
imagined. Come to a land of imagination and toys.
Join us.
Anyway, visit us on the socials. Leave us reviews. Send us feedback.
Yes.
Do the fucking thing, please. I'm not gonna beg you, but please.
Please. So we will see you guys next time.
Yeah, next time. Enjoy.
Bye.
Watch
Pedal-
UHF.
Pedal fast, eat ass.
Yeah, be excellent to each other.
Have fun.
We have fun.
Ain't found a